Hello, guests, watchers, viewers, participants. Hello. Welcome to what might possibly be the final episode of Lady Blackbird, as done by the Improv company. My name is Kevin. I'll be the game master for today. I'll let these guys introduce themselves. My name is Kevin. I'll be.
There was an echo and we all hesitated.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm John. I am playing Snargle.
I'm Bob. I'm playing Naomi Bishop.
I'm Miguel.
Fight for it. Basically,
I'm playing
fight for
Kale
it.
Arkham.
Nice.
I'm Miguel. I'm playing Cyrus Vance.
And Jane, I'm playing Lady Blackbird.
Nice. All right. So before we begin today's session, let's do a very quick recap because it's been some time since we were last together. So what happened 3 weeks ago in real life time, not in game time?
Well, there was a lot of heart-to-hearts.
Yeah, there was.
A soap opera episode.
It started off with Cyrus beating Naomi to reveal why he could teleport and make straight curves, which is basically because he was a slave soldier, which was from a race of people who could do that.
I love how they came back. I love how they came back for episode 1. That's great. Yeah.
Following that,
curves.
I think Kale Arkham ambushed Snuggle in the dining room while he was having a meal and invited him to his room to measure his wrists so that he could make bracelets for everyone. But he secretly wanted a heart-to-heart, but it was not given to him as Lady Blackbird sort of interrupted it quite awkwardly.
Lady Blackbird is thinking between Cyrus Vance and your Flint. Her heart's very conflicted.
Snargle, we eventually had that heart-to-heart with Kale, and Snargle promised Kale that Snargle would do everything in Snargle's... I feel weird saying it in third person, that I would do anything in my power to keep Kale from killing anyone, because he feels sad about killing people, which I think is a good thing.
And that's just a lot of stealing.
Mm-hmm.
But before that, I think Naomi also interrupted Lady Blackbird's interruption.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Was all complex.
Interruption.
Interrupception, yes. Well, Naomi's kind of pissed that Lady Blackbird kind of just ignores her, when she's like, stop doing things that put you in danger. So she feels like she's like a charitable cause for Lady Blackbird to feel better about dishing money to. So they had a fight. And then later they kind of made up in a weird way when Lady Black was just like, no, you talk to Agatha. Let's not talk about our relationship. You talk about your relationship. Yeah. And then at the end of that, Naomi talks to Agatha and tells her that she actually, way back when, called the bounty hunters on her, which is why they couldn't escape together. They couldn't, kind of escape slavery together. And Agatha obviously is pissed and she fucks off. And, well, I guess Naomi sadly cuts her hair off after that.
And of course, in between all that, we were attacked by Sky Squid. But that's the least.
That's the
eventful
secondary
thing that
stuff.
happened.
I mean, that was exciting, but, it was all about the heart-to-hearts. We fought the squids. We won against the squids. Everyone did their part, especially Hedgie. It was great.
Yeah, the combat scene was spicy, but the main gravy was just all these heart-to-heart. Yes.
It's the calamari reference.
Calamari reference.
Oh,
Alright.
And it ends with a beautiful shot. Oh, so you want to go?
Oh, no,
You
why
want to tell it?
doesn't Cyrus take it?
Yeah, it ended in the final shot of Cyrus having listened to the conversations of the heart-to-heart between Kale and Snuggle, and he looks at a photo which appears to imply that Cyrus is related to someone who looks a lot like Kale. And
Oh my gosh. What does it mean? What's going to happen? Stay right here on Twitch.
Yeah, because it's gonna happen now.
Okay, cool.
Right now.
That cut away.
Don't change that website.
Luckily, we don't have sponsors to bother you.
Yep.
But if you guys want to sponsor us, we'll take some money.
Speaking of ads,
Audible. Squarespace.
Can't just say this, please.
Money, please. Money, please.
Squarespace.
Okay, we're gonna cut straight to the end of the journey. Because of the attack with the sky squid and with the owl dropping to the lower depths, and the extended atmosphere there was a slight damage on the engine in the engine room. So while the ship is still functional and going, it just took up slightly longer than what it would have been. The journey was supposed to take about 3 days, but you get there in like 4.5. So you arrive at Nightport, and as you all know, Nightport is one of the unique planetoids of this system, where it's kind of like, and I feel very awkward saying this on live internet, but it's a bit like Uranus, where it's constantly facing the sun. So there's one half of it that is completely enshrouded in shadow all the time, and that's where you know that there is like a black market. Everything and anything can be traded here, including secrets. So the owl is docked at one of these jetties sticking out off night market itself, these landing bays, and you've landed. There doesn't seem to be anyone immediately approaching you, but you can see that the area is full of people moving around. There are like lanterns lit everywhere at roughly every couple of meters, providing dim pools of light as you go around. You can see many shadowy figures moving around, but none of them are in focus. Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Sorry, hold
I
on.
grab-
Before we leave, I'd like to cut to, let's say, just in the morning when everyone's woken up, and as we're ready to leave, Kel and Agatha do present and call everyone to come to sort of the meeting hall, and Kel presents what he's been working on for the past 4.5 days. So he reveals a sort of collection of bracelets, one for everyone, that fits your wrists. Each of them are quite slick, and like the design is quite simplistic, except for everyone's initials are carved into the bracelet. And he will explain that the bracelet is a short-range communication system that he has developed. Essentially, he picks out this really large, like square that's about the size of his chest, and says, "This is a spark gap transmitter. So how it works is by alternating electric currents, it produces radio waves. And so, if Lady Blackbird were to put some of her lightning into these bracelets, we can sort of send simple Morse code to each other. Because the last time we were on Haven and we got separated, things got a bit dicey. So I decided to make some of it for us. Lady Blackbird, if you'll do the honors.
It fits perfectly.
Yeah, thanks, Snuggle. I had a bit of
Lightning me, Lady
help.
Blackbird.
You want to pick it off before you?
Really? Nah, I'm doing it.
It's almost like a watch for some reason, but I like the design.
Okay.
Mine's like a fridge. Okay,
Mine's a backwards watch.
sending the currents through.
Ooh, it's like a tingle. Like a
Hello.
tingling
Oh,
sensation.
it works.
Yeah,
Hello.
it's Morse code, dude. Or does it like, can you
essentially-
speak Morse code? It's like,
Yeah, when you press down, it completes the circuit, and so it sends off radio waves, and then there's like a small like blip, which is translating to Morse code. So, like in binary. And a few of us will definitely know Morse code because we're on the
Navy.
in the
Makes
wild
sense.
blue and stuff like that. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Exciting. This is great. This is cool. Okay, so with your fancy new bracelets, the 5 of you plus Agatha have stepped off the owl and onto the jetty at Nightport. What do you want to do?
Okay.
What were you here to do?
What are we here to do?
Here to repair and restock. Because we just had enough to get from Haven to Nightport. Not enough to get to the Remnant. And I believe we're also searching for directions within the Remnant itself. So
And
we might
we're also
just
dropping off Agatha here as well.
into
Not
a
a
safe,
place to
like
leave her,
a
but
yeah.
it's like, hey, you know the time when you got captured by bounty hunters? You remember that place? We're putting you back there.
But I know
we
of
didn't
a,
discuss this.
What?
sorry.
We didn't discuss this, Naomi. You want to put me back in that place, the place where you betrayed
No.
me?
No.
Awkward.
Whoa, what is that?
Okay.
What?
Snargle wants to break the tension, so he goes to his new bracelet and plays the following message. Hold on.
In Morse
he
code,
says,
right?
Deet, 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 and then he goes, boobs.
Nice.
He just looks very
Nice.
expectantly.
I
All right,
still
let's go
the
get
back,
some
but I try to keep
food.
my- So it's basically darkness all around except for a few like lanterns lighting the way.
Yeah, they're like regularly spaced like lanterns, like street lights, at regular intervals,
Okay.
semi-regular intervals.
And there's no one around.
There are people around, but no one is like directly approaching you. It's
Okay.
not like where were you previously, Haven?
Sure.
Yeah, where you had dock workers come up and you check your manifest or whatever and ask you if you need any services. This is kind of like self-service.
Yep.
Figure it out yourself. Yeah.
So
Take a queue number.
Cyrus says I can remember that west of this area is where the trading center is. So let's go over there and get some supplies.
All right.
Cyrus, it sounds like
Let's go.
Cyrus, it sounds like you've been in Nightport before.
Of course, I've been smuggling for quite some time, so some people end up here.
Good. Nice.
As I leave the ship, I also bring along some like a bag filled with on the giant squid's tentacles. There were like those like horns.
Suction.
Not the suction,
Suction
but like
bits.
Section cuts.
basically like teeth to like
Okay.
scratch onto things. And so when we were eating the flesh, I managed to carve out and like wash some of them and keep them because I know they're quite valuable here on Nightport.
Nice. Oh, that's really
True.
nice.
True.
So I jingle them, put them in pocket, and I'm heading west.
Okay. As the five of you head west, Agatha is still kind of like nudging Naomi. He's like, wait, this is. I mean, I understand you want to be safe, but can't go back there. It's not right. It's not a place that we want to go back to.
Naomi does not know what to say at this point because talking to her itself cost a lot of her emotional energy, and she's fully out now, like completely drained. So at the moment, Naomi is just ignoring Agatha. The hands deep in the pockets, just looking ahead, pretending she can't hear.
Agatha's like, you're gonna leave there? How long are you gonna leave there for? What is this look for? What if you don't come back? And she's basically asking all these questions and trying to, like figure out what her existentialness is at this point in time as well.
Hearing all this mumbling, sorry.
I think Kale will notice that Agatha is being quite uncomfortable, so he'll sidle up to the captain and say, "Look, Captain, honestly, it's sort of my fault that Agatha's homeless and can't go back to Haven anymore. But do you think it's right to leave her in Nightport? She doesn't seem like she'll fit in, or she's worried about something. I mean, we're going to the Remnant, a dangerous place, I assume. But wouldn't it be safer just keep her on the ship?"
Having heard the mumbling from the back and also like Kale's suggestion, I breathe a sigh and I turn over to Agatha and I say, "Look, Agatha, it's actually up to you. We have two options and they're both very dangerous. You can follow us into the Remnant where navigation is unpredictable and there's a possibility we might be smashed by an asteroid. Or we can leave you here for about a week and hopefully you're safe, although you're surrounded by a lot of criminal activity, that's for sure. But with enough of these," and I jingle the hooks of the calamari, "you can afford a safe place for a week or two. But either way, we'll protect you. If you join us or if you want to find a refuge here."
Naomi hears this and she locks eyes. She manages to catch the captain's eye, and you can see gratitude in her eyes.
Okay. Agatha hears the jingle, the clacking of the squid spines in the bag. She's like, fine. 1 week. 1 week.
I
Nobody
empty out.
better betray me this time. She reaches forward to grab the bag from you, Cyrus.
Before she does that, I take out like 2 or 3 because we need to
Okay.
buy our supplies. I put in my
Sure.
pocket and I
Yeah.
give the rest back to her.
Okay.
Like, that is more than enough for a week of refuge. I'm quite sure there are some bodyguards areas around here which you can hire, and they'll protect you for as long as this amount can sustain.
It's my first time in Nightport. Never heard of any reliable bodyguards here, but see what I can do.
Oh,
Not
trust me.
Back in 1 week.
Okay,
leaving on
we
my own.
heard you. Bye. We gotta go. Lots of things to do. Bye.
Okay.
Nargle
Yeah.
says to.
I slip her a note which will point her to directions on like where the bodyguards are and like
Okay.
where she can purchase like refuge.
Okay, she takes it, glances at you, stuffs it in her pockets, and reaches out to shake your hand.
I'm so sorry about this, Agatha. I'll make it up to you.
You better, Cyrus fans. You better. She gives a
Bye.
salute to Kale and nods silently. And she reaches out and pats Snuggle on the head. You behave yourself, Snuggle.
Or what? In 1 week, something.
No, you just behave yourself.
Okay.
She turns to Lady Blackbird and does a slight bow. Which is, I hope you find what you're looking for, lady.
Well, stay safe, Agatha. I hope you find what you are looking for.
She just smirks slightly and nods and finally turns to Naomi. She is
Naomi
silent
is
for a moment. Yeah. Go ahead.
okay. Naomi reaches out her hand to grasp, like the forearm.
Okay.
And
There's a
then-
pause before Agatha returns the favor hesitantly. Yeah, can't see my head, but she's doing.
Yes.
So they clasp
Um,
arms. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Naomi pulls Agatha into a hug,
Okay.
a very tight
yes.
one.
Agatha is
Sorry.
surprised. But
I'm-
This is the little one.
Oh my God, Snargle, shut up!
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I help to pull Snuggle back while you guys have your own like personal time. Snuggle this way.
Okay. Kiss.
Naomi bursts into tears. This is the first time she's been completely and utterly vulnerable, and you can feel tears on your back at this point. Sorry,
Agatha
Agatha, I didn't.
is very awkward. She like awkwardly kind of like pats you on the back. Yeah.
I'm sorry. I never forgot you. I'm sorry. I never stopped thinking about you. I'll come back for you, I promise.
You better.
I'm not gonna leave you this time.
See you in a week. She jingles the bag again, strides off into the gloom.
You guys didn't kiss.
Fine. Like Naomi runs back after Agatha. It's off screen.
Ah!
Look at that! It's an off-screen kiss.
I am coming back for you. And she runs back, very red in the face.
Upon the kiss, Cyrus like quickly darts his eyes towards Lady Blackbird to see how she responds, and then like looks back.
Lady Blackbird's looking at them like, I envy them and their certainty. Feels bad for me.
none of you except Naomi saw Agatha's expression because she was like standing in between like street lights then, so can't see. So you don't know what happened.
Ooh.
Oh dear.
You don't know how she reacted basically.
Sure.
Okay, so now the five of you are standing under a street light, the western side of Nightport.
Okay.
All right.
And
I
have-
reach out and pluck a Lady Blackbird's like handkerchief from her pocket because I know she keeps one there, and blow my nose. Can I keep this?
Of course. Yeah. I don't want it back.
It's pretty gross. It's pretty gross.
Yeah. You got some there.
It's a little.
Alright.
A bit
It's kind of everywhere.
kind of getting on your lips.
Yeah. Okay.
Hopefully
Okay.
it's not COVID. Okay.
Oh. Okay.
That was emotional. Okay, back on the mission, guys. What are we here for again? We trying to get
Yes.
supplies.
Have we reached the trading center?
Yeah. There's like a market here where people are trading goods. It's quite busy. There are people moving in between like this like maze of stalls, like canvas tents. Nothing that seems very permanent. Like counters, like tables and strewed with like junk from all across the wild blue. You can find almost anything you want here. You can see like in the distance there are actually even some cages where there are some animals and in some cases what looks like people. It's that kind of place.
Naomi looks at all the people in the like cages, and she's like, her knuckles are white because she's clenching them that hard.
I see that, and I like I just mumbled to her side like, not now. We still have to get supplies first. And I calmly walk towards. There's a huge maze of shops, and there's like banners everywhere in different languages, and I more or less recognize a few shops in the corner has like symbols for like supplies, repair items, basically ship parts which we'll need to complete the mission to the Remnant and back. And I start walking in that direction. I start guiding them there. Although at the back of my head, I'm also wondering how am I going to find directions through the Remnant, because you need special navigation tools to get through those like swirling mass of asteroids.
And you maybe might need directions from a specific person who knows the environment.
Yeah, maybe we might encounter such a person.
Hmm.
If the audience might even suggest.
Yeah, I was actually just about to say that. If the audience, however many you are, if you just like suggest a couple of names that people who you think might be this person, and I'll pick the best one, and we'll see who they're gonna meet.
Awesome.
Meanwhile, Lady Blackbird is really freaked out by the darkness and the confusion, so she asks Cyrus, "Isn't there a nice convenience store that we can go to for this on the bright side of town?"
Like a 7-Eleven kind of situation?
Yeah, like, where we do things legally.
Well, this is Nightport. Everything here is, as you say, in the dark. And
I mean, there's no rush, really. We can just take our time, go to the bright side.
I mean, the horizon is way over there. It's way
we're
far.
not a rush to get to anywhere to meet a potential ex-lover who's, pretty sure she's not waiting for me. So, yeah, we could just take our time. Sorry, what'd you say?
You mean you're willing to spend more time with me? I mean, with us? Yes.
I'm just saying, we don't have to rush anything. If certain people are still confused, right? I'm sure, Naomi, you don't want to leave that quickly.
Sure, if you don't want to.
Oh, it's not. I'm not saying that I don't want to. I'm just saying I don't know if I want to.
I mean, we can call Agatha back if we want right now, at least before we leave, to make the most of what we've given her. I mean, it was a very dramatic goodbye, but okay, maybe not.
No, that's
I don't know. I'm just
Feel like
worried. Nightport's pretty dangerous.
Yeah, I think I'm kind of really freaked out right now.
She'll be
Oh.
fine. Agatha can handle herself.
Yeah. How about this? How about I suggest that Kale, Naomi, and we go look for supplies for the ship.
Snuggle, I know what you're doing. Stop
Who's
it.
left?
Stop
What?
it.
What?
Stop it. Stop.
I just flipped the coin in my head.
Stop it. Stop it. Stop.
Okay, so let's do this instead. What else? Okay, tell you what. How about Kale, Naomi, and we go. Okay, sorry, not us. How about Cyrus and Lady Blackbird? Why don't you guys
Do
go
we bump
find
into a random character at this point?
Maybe the rest of us, the three of us, we'll
As
go look
we
for
are
supplies.
discussing.
Yes.
As you're having this discussion or argument, and like pressing through the throng of people who are in this market area, you all notice that as you push through the press of people, a lot of them have looked up to you. A lot of them don't pay second glance, but you notice that a lot of people are like staring at Lady Blackbird. Their gaze is just lingering slightly longer than is usual. And you see them kind of like turn away and mutter, to their companions if they have, like quickly under their breath.
When that happens, I go up to Lady Blackbird and I kind of pull in her dress and I go, Lady B, do you think our religion from Haven has spread to Nightport?
Oh,
People seem to recognize you as the goddess, the flying goddess.
are you sure they're not looking at you?
I mean, I'm cute and all, but
I don't know.
I can tell when people are looking at me. There's a real downward trajectory.
So you think it's a religion?
I could be.
I think so too. Because why else would they be looking, right? It's not like I'm someone important.
Lady, you might want to walk behind me for a while.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, sure.
And like put a
Yeah.
scarf around your face for a while.
Really? It's kind of hard to breathe.
Oh
But
no.
okay.
The people around you and yourself.
Lady Blackbird, surgeons stand for 10 hours with masks on. You can put it on just for a minute, okay?
Yeah, I know, but
It'll benefit you and benefit everyone else. Wear a mask, people.
It's for the better good of everyone.
Imagine someone peeing their pants, and if you had pants on,
Hey, we get the analogy. We get the analogy.
heard this
We get it.
before.
Yes. And with her mask wrapped up, I quickly look around and see if there's a quieter place to discuss. If you want to still discuss, if you want to move somewhere else.
My understanding is that you were heading towards this small collection of tents with signs that you recognize in your native language. Right?
Basically, there has symbols there that says that indicate ship parts, ship supplies. It's basically like a star with a ship going sideways. So I know, this is all ship-related items.
okay, cool. So, like I said, Captain, me, Kale, and Naomi go take care of that. You two maybe pick up some food, maybe some flowers, chocolates, promises you don't intend to keep, all that kind of stuff. Bye. So the three of us, I grab the two people that I mentioned, Kale and Naomi, and start heading off towards the supplies.
I begin to protest, but then I remember that Lady Blackbird wants to be more independent, and I kind of trust her a little more now. So I lock eyes with her and just be careful, please.
I will.
And then I walk away with Snuggle.
He will tap the watch and be like, remember the watch. Alright.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Before you guys walk away, I throw a couple, 2 or 3 claws, so you can pay them more than enough. And I still have a few with me, and I raise my eyebrows to Lady Blackbird and shall we?
Yes.
And we walk towards the food supplies.
Yeah. And then from the distance, you just hear Snargle go, Kiss!
I
It
grab
could have been the
Snuggle.
wind.
When I say trading center, it's actually a complex, so we can actually see the night sky here. And so I talk to Lady, so I talk to Lady Blackbird as I'm walking down this maze of. You see that blob of blueness, that extra dark blueness with lightning strikes coming from that.
Mm-hmm.
That is the Remnant. It's very distant, and that's where you're planning to go. Are you sure you want to do this?
Well, my parents used to tell me it's our ancestors smiling at us. But, I don't know. I don't know what I want to do or where I want to go.
Have you ever thought of following Something that you wanted instead of what everyone else wanted?
Well, I don't know what there is. Besides where I came from and everything I've seen, it's like safety or getting almost killed by an octopus. It's kind of, I don't know. What do you want? How do you figure out what you want, Cyrus?
I always went for what I thought was right. I mean, for most of my teenage years, I was forced to do things that I was told to do. And I scroll up to show the branding, which I showed Naomi a few nights ago. And I took another path. I decided to be my own man, and that made all the difference. I became a happier man. I'm just wondering if you're a happier woman going to some fairy tale.
It's not the fairy tale, but I've never felt more powerful than when I was with you guys. Exercising my power and not listening to Naomi and not listening to anybody else and just flying in the air with a goblin on my back.
It's
It
freedom,
felt amazing.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like-
at this point when we're reminiscing about freedom, like I've stopped in Ipe tracks. I'm just facing her, like, right? It's all beautiful, right?
Yeah. Stargirl and I made our own religion.
I am not surprised. He is capable of these kind of things.
I just think, we're capable of that. And that's amazing. And I wonder what else I'm capable of. Just me, alone.
Alone.
Yeah. Without protection, without reliance on anybody else. Just me in a safe place. Not like super safe and like restrictive, you know what I mean? Like a nice forest. You ever heard of those forests?
At this point, Cyrus is blanking out and like, alone? Oh,
No.
alone.
But that's just a thought that I have, I don't know.
And then we cut to the other three members of the crew. I think it's going well. I think it's probably going really well. I trust them. I think it's gonna be great. Anyway, so Kale, what are the main things we need for the ship? What are we most in need of? We're at about 50%. I think that should be okay. We can top up. Let's
We're
not.
running out of fuel. Our engine's taken a bunch of damage. Our hull is taken a beating from the atmosphere of the depths. We need some plating. I think it's a good idea. Rounds, and Naomi did fill that squid with a lot of lead.
Yeah, that was so cool, by the way, Naomi. I just want to point that out, how awesome that was. Okay, so why don't we head over to here? Oh, here's a store. It's called Target. Let's go to Target.
No, I think
Everything there.
I think they sell ammunition there, so we can get
For sure.
the ammunition there. But
Actually, I stopped them. I was like, I think I want to buy a gun.
A gun. Ooh.
yeah,
This is I think I'm good at it, and I feel better with one.
we have
You have that
some
right.
money. We have 3 of these things. I think one will get you a pretty good gun.
Yeah, maybe even half of one. Who knows? Come on, let's go. I bet we can get one in Target. Makes sense.
You get everything at Target.
Target.
We're really angling for that sponsorship deal, aren't we?
Contact us.
Okay, so unless you want to really go to the minutiae of buying specific things for the ship, I'm gonna cover this as a role. I think Kale, since you're kind of like the engineer and tech person, I need you to make a check on this. This is going to be a bit different from the checks that we usually do. It's the same thing. You count what trait you think applies and what tags you think will apply to it, and you just roll the dice. I'm not going to give you the target to meet, and the number of successes will determine how well you're able to find some of this equipment in this mess, of stalls and stuff. So, like for example, if you roll 2, you get some of the basic stuff, but not some of the more specialized things you're looking for. And if you roll 4 successes, that's a lot better. You're able to find a lot of these things and negotiate and bargain and get it all for a good price. In terms of the gun, I think let's see. Let's cut back to the other two first, and we'll come back to this, and we'll see whether how much we want to play out that thing, because I think that might be a significant thing for Naomi's character. But we can come back to that in a bit. Yeah. So, Carrie, go ahead and make that roll first, and we can see how much that is.
Six. I'm just rolling 6 dice.
Okay.
3 successes. That's not bad.
Okay, 3. It's a kind of like an average amount. You get the the basic tools and supplies that you need to repair the ship. You've got enough to none of like the super specialized things, but maybe 1 or 2 of the things that you're looking for. Like maybe like 1 armor plating or something instead of like everything that you found.
Okay. And I go, good job, Kale. I mean, we don't need much more than that. And look, we only spent 1 claw. We have like 2 claws left, depending on where Naomi gets a gun. I say we get churros. Just some Nightport churros. Half of it's covered in chocolate, half of it is not.
The theming
I
is
look
on
at
point.
Snargle and go, sorry?
The theming is on point.
Yeah, thank you.
The theming is on point.
Yeah. No, I look at Snargle and go, I've never tried a churro. I would like a churro.
It's so good. There's nothing bad about it.
They do sell everything here, so
Yeah, you get everything in
They
Target.
sell everything at Target.
So we walk over to the churro stand, and as we're making our way over there, we cut back to our loved birds.
we come back to Cyrus and Lady Blackbird.
Hey,
Who
look, they
have-
have soybean and grass jelly here.
Oh yes, they do.
Should we get some for the crew? Like maybe like 2 gallons of each?
Well,
It's
if
kinda
it
like
comes with a
food.
cart, actually, if it comes with a cart, why not? We need some supplies anyways.
Yeah, let's get
And-
some happy stuff to cheer people up, you know?
And while she's like busy like jumping around, bouncing from stall to stall, let's buy this, let's buy that. I'm just like sighing in the back, like alone. And I'm just dropping off like claws to whatever she's asking for. Yeah. Yes, soybean. Okay. Yes, Michael Jackson. Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna kind of move this along a bit. As you're walking around and looking very despondent while Lady Blackbird's very excited, someone bumps into your shoulder, and when you turn around, it's like, "Hey, what do you think? Cyrus Francis, I live and breathe. Is that you?"
Oh no.
Oh my God! If it isn't
It's Liam Starling.
Liam, my
Of the 2
God!
names, I really like Liam Starling. And he's a fellow smuggler whom you've worked with before. How did you meet him previously?
Oh, it was a previous smuggling mission which we were engaged in, and it required to move a lot of like freed individuals towards Haven, like
Okay.
150 of them. So it couldn't be just done by like a few people. It needed a big team,
Mhm.
and so we were both part of the team. That was before I even earned the status of captain. So this is actually time back.
And how did you become such close friends?
Oh, he saved me at one point.
Ooh.
Basically, I nearly fell out of the ship when we were attacked by another calamari, and I nearly fell into what's that layer, the toxic layer called?
The lower depths.
The lower depths.
Mhm.
And he did this crazy maneuver, which I have yet to see Snargle do, which involves like 360s over 360s, and it swept me back in.
Ew.
And
He's
not
an
just
ace pilot
that,
as well.
he can pilot. So
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, great. He's standing there in the
Yay.
middle of the tents and like, Cyrus Vance, it is good to see you again, my friend. He kind of
Oh.
claps you on the shoulder.
Yeah, I also like grab him around the shoulder and like, Liam, it's been so long. I see you have a couple of scars since the last time.
Yeah, in this business, it's dangerous.
This business.
Hey, where have you been, huh?
You know me, and just smuggling more people across into freedom. Speaking of which, I'm currently in a.
Lady
Yes,
Blackbird walks over. Oh, hey, who's your friend?
Oh,
Liam kind of like does a surprise, like, oh, because he sees your face above the veil. It's like, oh, who is this charming young lady, huh?
My name is Jessica.
Oh, that's a uncommon name, but pleasure to meet you, Miss Jessica.
Yes, this is Jessica. She's our new passenger. And when I say the word passenger, I raise my eyebrows.
I see. Well, old friend, come join me for a drink, huh? You can bring your lady friend along.
Oh, well, I would love to. You
Can
know I
we
want to catch up
please
with...
go?
Oh,
Oh,
well,
we can take things slow.
sure.
We're not a rush to get anywhere. Yeah, so you got a place, hopefully on the bright side.
And I look startled, but I look towards Liam and to see how he responds.
By all means. Although the bright side is a few hours away, I was thinking somewhere a bit closer. He kind of gestures to one of the tents where you can see like it's a little like cafe kind of thing. It's like makeshift tables and stools where people sit down. It's like someone like pouring like drinks from behind like a stand. Yeah.
Darius, come along here. It's one of those cafes. I've never been to one before.
Bubble tea.
It's a cafe.
Dude, it's what they call... Do you know boba? Do you know boba? Have you had boba?
It's quite a luxurious item here, but
Well, let's go. We have a few of those claw thingies. Come on.
in the back of my head, I'm thinking like this is definitely not safe. But on the other hand, it's like she is technically my employer, so all right.
Come on, one drink or another, huh? Come on.
You know what? One drink won't harm. But
Just in that moment, Captain Vance gets a message on his bracelet from Snargle. It just says WRU. So beep 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 WRU. And then we cut back to the other three. Oh yeah, we should find out soon. And I go back to Naomi. So Naomi, as you were saying, no, what you're describing is an eclair. What I'm talking about is a beignet. A very famous and very nice, and just like a churro.
I've not tried that too. I've not tried that either.
It's all good.
I've not eaten any desserts. Okay, I want to try all of them. Okay.
You seem like a real soy gruel kind of person. I get that.
The
get a lot of
conversation
that.
is interrupted as the gun that Kale is holding misfires as they're standing in the shooting range as well. Kale like screams a bit, and like Heiji like jumps like 10 feet off his pocket and lands back. Okay, no guns.
Yeah. Hey,
Ugh.
Naomi, I've been meaning to tell you. Is Kale still here, or did Kale exit from the two of us?
No, I'm still here. I just kind of put the gun in Naomi's hands. It's like smoking.
And I go, Naomi, this might be a good idea for you to pick up a gun, because in addition to your muscles, you need all the protection you get. You see, and I look over to Kale for a second, and I go, Kale made me promise that when we get in a dangerous situation, that he wouldn't have to kill anyone, and I thought that's okay. Naomi, I can kill in your behalf. I didn't say it like so facetiously, but I think this is a good thing. I think we need more peace in the galaxy, and it's gonna start with someone. It should start with my man Kale. Why do you think he's called that? It's very healthy. Antioxidants and peace.
Like I look at Kale and go, you don't want to kill anyone?
Yeah, I think I've made a lot of mistakes in the past, and people have paid the price for those things, and I just want to. Yeah, I think I can change and be better.
I support
I like
that.
that. That's good. And
And
let me
you're
tell you,
getting
it's
a
not
gun?
easy and it's good. I'm getting a gun just so that I can protect people from a distance. Seeing Lady Blackbird fly off like that and being helpless is not made me think I need a ranged weapon.
Naomi, can I ask you, what are you gonna do when Lady Blackbird finds Uriah? You're gonna let her? You're not gonna stay with her. I mean, who are you gonna pick? Are you gonna pick the lady or Agatha? Are you coming back for her?
It's a good question.
The lady, I think the lady should make her own decisions. I can't make decisions for her. Either way, I think I've started to know what I want. I'm not tied to a human being anymore. I think I'll come back.
That's awesome. Wait, hold on. Do you guys know what do you guys know what boob tea is? I'm sorry, boba tea?
After that after I
yeah.
send that message, it follows with like basic directions, which you should be able to figure out. Like, okay, left, right, few steps. But yes,
Okay.
Oh, boba. Yeah, Lady Blackbird's kind of crazy about it.
Well, let's go check it out. And we come back to you three.
Sorry, before the cut, the grizzled old gunsmith who's got a huge handlebar mustache is graying and white comes up to you. So you're buying that or not?
Okay, what? Okay, it's like it's a very large shotgun, and it's actually very like it's engraved with designs on the butt. Is that what it is? I don't know.
Stock, maybe.
Nomenclature.
Stock?
Gun nomenclature is clearly not
And
my
stock.
thing.
Yeah.
The stock. Thank you. And this is the first time. This is the first time Naomi is actually buying something for herself, like with her own. Yeah, like, I'll take it. I'll sling it over my shoulder and pay the guy.
Cool
You look
mustache,
such a-
mister.
Thank you. He looks at the squid spine. He says, "Heck, for this much, you might as well get two if you want."
Ooh.
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 I'm good. Snargle, do you want one?
Do I want a gun? I'm okay.
Yeah. You want two, Naomi?
I'll go get
Suit
a job.
yourself.
I reach across and I get like so. There's this little. It's a very small thing. It looks like a knife, but it also doubles up as a very tiny gun. When you move, like when you unsheath it, it's like on one side it's a gun and on the other side it's a knife.
It's
like, and shoot and then-
from Final Fantasy.
Very small bayonet.
Sure.
Yeah,
Cool.
I was like,
Yeah, heck. Feel free to take that.
Man, you can get
Where's
anything.
doing
target.
business, we all. You got like these. Okay, so you've got your shotgun and this little compact Swiss Army pistol thing. Yeah.
it even has. It's like it even has a spoon.
It
Multifunction.
has a
You wanna-
sport.
I
It
don't
has a
think so.
sport.
A spork. It's a spork.
Okay, so we come back to Cyrus Vance and Lady Blackbird. Now you've got three boba teas in front of you.
I'm like typing vigorously the message, and I'm like, oh shucks, I made a typo. I accidentally said boob teas. Silly me. And I'm typing in like bubble tea. Okay.
Hey, what is it you're doing, huh?
Ah,
Your
well.
wrist.
Oh, it's a new device created by my first mate. It's ingenious. I can send messages with this. It's I mean I just can't take my eyes off it for some reason. I'm just messaging around, but it's useful.
Okay. Well, good to know that you're moving along, yeah.
And
So,
are you moving along?
well, of course. Yeah. Ever since our big score together, yeah.
I like how you use the word score.
Yeah. So, where have you been, huh? Where did you just come from? Haven?
Oh,
Empire?
Lady Blackbird
Ev-
helps out Cyrus by changing the topic. So where are you from, Leah?
Oh, I'm from around.
Oh, where is that exactly?
Well, that is a lot of questions you're asking for someone you've just met.
What's your occupation?
Your
I
mother
used to
made
be
him-
working with Cyrus, in the same line of work.
yes, this was way back, and I nudged your shoulder, almost spilling his bubble tea.
Well, what do you do now?
Well, a lot of the same thing, just a bit more localized.
She turns to Cyrus and goes like, "Your friend is very secretive," and chews on her boba.
Well, speaking of destinations, well, we've been hearing things about the Remnant and how it's been quite a tricky place to navigate. Do you happen to know anything about how we can get around?
he kind of like pauses halfway with his cup to his mouth and he goes, Cyrus Vance, you're going to the Remnants.
We're not saying
Maybe.
we're going per se.
Yep.
We're saying if we were to go to the Remnant, if we decide on something.
If a hypothetical friend was to navigate those very
Mayhaps
dangerous, yeah,
in
say
the
happen-
future.
When you say hypothetical friend, he looks over to you, Lady Blackbird, and you can see like a bit of like recognition in his eyes. You know, like his eyes are already slightly. It's like, oh no, no, not here, not now. Sarah's fans, what have you gotten me into?
and I pull him closer and like, trust me, it's worth it. And just like I did through Agatha, I tapped in Morse code on the table, how much Lady Blackbird is paying us, and with every digit that I'm adding to the number, I can see that his eyes are also widening.
Yeah, his eyes are widening. It's like, it is a lot of money, but Cyrus, are you mad? Half the Empire is looking for her. They say that there's been some kind of religious revolution in Haven.
Yes, well, all that was not exactly part of the plan, but we made do with it. But I mean,
That was you?
it was not
And her?
me. It's complicated.
Your friend is getting very overworked over this piece of information.
Sigs out his entire mug of boba and just slams it.
He seems to be unhappy with the information you've just provided.
I am very much aware of that. Thank you, Lady Blackbird.
Well, don't you think we should run away or something?
I know he is good at piloting. He might be of help.
Do
And
you
I
really
lean-
think so?
I lean forward and I say, look, this is not the craziest thing we've done. You know that. And I roll my I don't roll my sleeve. Sorry, I roll his sleeve to
Okay.
reveal his branding. So he was from another sect. It was not. We're not the same like race or the same planet, but we've also been subjected to like similar like being forced into servitude. And his was for a different reason, which he might want to elaborate.
Love it. He stares at the brand on his arm. He looks at you and chuckles and goes, same old Sarah's fans, crazy as always.
Crazy. as
Okay.
well.
Do you need help? Must need supplies and things, yeah?
Oh, that.
no. You need directions to the remnants. Through the remnants.
Yes, preferably in one piece. And I raise my eyebrow intently, and I give my creepy stare.
Well, not safe to talk here. Do you have a more private place where we can adjourn to?
Well, you are the local. Would you know of a place, or would it be safer to go to our ship?
Your ship is fine. It's the owl, right? I'll meet you there in about half an hour.
We're docked in 824.
Okay, I will see you there. Kind of reaches out to clasp your arm again as he stands to leave.
And I slap my hand in and give a firm shake.
Yeah, and he grasps tightly and says, "You're one crazy son of a bitch." Starts Vance and kind of like salutes you and heads off.
I shout right back at you. And I drink. And I look around to see if the rest of the crew managed to find their way to Boob Tea.
And we have. We just arrived.
We actually were at the stall next door, which was actually called Boob Tea.
It was actually.
I'm so sorry. As Kale, you have to teach me how to type in these things. I missed a bit of the spelling, I think.
No, don't worry about it. As I take a sip from my cup, it's like this side is milk tea and this side is milk coffee. I take a sip, and as you can see, they're like nipples, but with nipple.
Oh god.
The bottom of the cup have like nipples.
It's almost
What
like
size?
a theme park, right? Nightport is almost like a theme park.
Yeah, I don't
Please,
think this restaurant's gonna last, but for now, it's pretty fun.
Happy
Kind of hard not to spill on myself, though.
I
Sure.
gesture for them to sit down, and I share the news. Like, look, I think we might have a lead on directions into the Remnant, and we're gonna meet in the ship in about an hour. Everyone got their supplies already?
All good. I also got you a churro, Captain. Check this out. Here you go.
Oh, that's so delightful. I've never had these in so long.
Here's
I
one
like
for you, Lady B.
Crunch into it.
Thank you.
Oh,
Okay.
Good. Just be
If we can
careful
get-
though, because you know how like if someone has an art project and they use glitter, same thing with the churros. The cinnamon sugar gets everywhere. You'll find it for weeks. You've been warned.
the warning is always worth it. And we start heading back to the ship.
Yeah. Does anyone else want to do anything specific in the market? If not, going to cut back, I'm going to just cut straight to the ship and
All good. Back to the ship.
Liam to okay, cool. You get back to the ship. Liam's late by about 10 minutes on the agreed meeting time. He shows up by himself.
I ask Snargle to do a quick sweep around just to check if I trust him, but I just want to check if anyone's following him.
Oh, this is great because on the way over here, Snargle became an investigator. He like read up some books. He now has the abilities of logic, search, and seduction. So yeah, if you need me to investigate,
Seduction. Interesting.
yeah, that's the first one I got.
Inspiration.
Sure.
Of
While it was
course.
investigator, seduce, and then I got search.
Yeah. So we're already inside the ship, and I guess the ship has its own like scanning features. And I ask Snargle to do a quick scan.
Yep. I do that.
Okay. So, Snargle, maybe you go ahead and make a check. And
Yep. I will use. Probably won't use investigator.
Seduction.
Seduction.
Seduction. Ooh.
I guess I will. I'll use investigator, logic, and search. That's 3.
Okay.
So 4.
Again, this is a bit similar to the other role that Kale did. So it's not like you need to hit a target. You just see how well you do.
Okay. Here we go. Here's the roll. 3 successes. Oh, I got
0
0
successes?
Yeah, never mind. I got 0 successes.
As far as you can tell, you don't see any
He's too busy trying seduction.
any suspicious looking
I
person
go
looking
like-
around.
I go, Captain, this sucks so bad that like something might be wrong. Should I try seducing it too?
Oh well.
Churros everywhere on the control panel.
You're the pilot. You would know this better.
No sign of him.
Okay then. And then I pull the latch and let him in. Ah, Liam, 10 minutes late, as always.
It's easy to find the map of the remnants in this town. And it pulls out a scroll of paper. And it's kind of like reach out to me and says, before you do, I have 2 conditions. Right? I know we're friends, but it's a bit crazy for me. It might not be crazy for you, but
Then as he does that, Snargle does like a backflip, slips over, grabs the map out of his hand, and calls up to the thing and starts reading it. And I go, you know what? I never liked you, Starling. Just because you think you could spin a ship, think you're so cool. So I got the map now, Captain. Or unless you want me to do a check on that one.
I think I need to do a check on that. 'Cause there's chance of failure. So I need to do
Okay,
a check
so
on
this
that.
is
So go
my-
ahead.
Yeah, definitely Goblin Power, so I can 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so 6.
I think it's a difficulty 3. This is not like a super like he's not. Yeah, it's not like secured in any specific way or anything.
Roll in. I got 1 success.
Ow.
So
Oh my
that's what I would have
God.
done. But
And I'd say what happens is that you grab the scroll out of his hand and you
Yeah.
unfurl it. It's just like a recipe, like a menu from like one of the local taverns.
son of a bitch.
You think I don't remember you, Snargle, huh?
Ew. Go spin a ship.
Yeah. 2 conditions, Cyrus. 1, you need to tell me where you're going. You need to tell me anyway, if not the map is useless, huh? And number 2, he turns to you, Lady Blackbird, and says, are you really Lady Blackbird?
No, I'm Jessica. Do I tell him the truth, Cyrus? What do I do? Do we trust this guy?
I've worked with him for some time. I think we can trust him.
Then yes, I'm Lady Blackbird.
Wait,
and you
But
may...
before she can say it, Snargle uses investigator powers to try to get the map from him.
Investigator. What are you gonna do? Seduce? You're gonna seduce it out of his
Nice
hand.
as well. So I'm using all 4 of my investigator powers plus so that's 5. I'm gonna put in 3 more dice.
Oh my god.
Can you describe like what you're doing? Like what
Wow.
exactly
If
are
I
you?
succeed first,
No, what are you trying to do? What are you?
I know that he has the map on him.
Okay.
I've logicked that it's inside his waistcoat pocket. I'm going for it with my powers of investigation.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm rolling I'm rolling 3, 4, 5, 8 dice. What's the difficulty on this?
I'd say this is it says a 4.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm rolling a lot of dice. I really
Just
want
like
to get.
spending your pool to.
I'm gonna use my
all
whole.
in.
Can I add to
You gotta
his
wanna-
pool?
How do you want to help?
I have charm and presence.
Nice.
You just need to describe how
Just
you're helping.
me. Just my presence is helping.
Okay. Okay.
He is kind of distracted by your revelation that your confession that you are Lady Blackbird anyway. So
Yeah.
Okay, I'm rolling 12 dice because YOLO.
Oh my god.
you desperately want this map.
Just to get a 1-up on him.
Wow.
Okay, I got 8 successes.
Oh wow.
But don't worry, because
What a big surprise.
I'm also using this. Okay, so as Lady Blackbird is about to reveal her identity, I go wait, and I look at Liam and I go, you got really pretty eyes. I never noticed that about you. And I go, you got really pretty eyes and got a nice slim waist. And I know logically that the map is there in your waistcoat. And then he's enthralled in my eyes, and Lady Blackbird comes in and she says, to help me out, she says,
I am my Lady Blackbird.
oh, that
Oh,
presence is like, whoa. And then he's kind of like drooling for a sec, kind of like look from his POV, there's like hearts. And then I just quickly snatch the map and I'd be like, got it. No, no conditions here. Except your unconditional love for me, and I throw the map to the captain. And then
I catch it. Sorry.
yeah, and then I go, and then because I had this lucky break, my pool goes back up to 7 dice.
Oh.
Go out.
Wow. I catch the map. I roll my eyes. I open it and I see that it is a remnant map because it has a lot of moving parts to it. It accounts for all the moving. It's basically like Pirates of the Caribbean tree, where the map is in circles and it makes circles around. So it's basically that, and I'm manipulating it. And but I look back to Liam and say, "You saved my life. I will not take this for free. What are the conditions?"
I already told you conditions, but you're kind of moot right now.
You were in the middle of your second condition, but we were interrupted by my crew taking this from you.
My second condition was to confirm the identity of Lady Blackbird.
Oh, we'll neither confirm nor deny.
That's
I look
classified
to Lady
information.
Blackbird to see if she wants to say anything or if she just wants to stay as Jessica.
am I Lady Blackbird? Or am I Jessica?
I go to Liam and I say, I won't confirm it, but I will confirm that I'm pansexual. And I give him a wink. And then I just strut off.
Look, I don't care what you do with pets, okay? Turns around to Cyrus again and says, "This is how you treat an old friend, huh?"
I whistle I whistle a specific tune, which, as part of a backstory, we know to mean yes in the order affirmative, but the rest of the crew don't know. So I'm basically telling you, yes, this is Lady Blackbird, but I'm just like letting them have their fun.
Oh, yes to the "this is Lady Blackbird," not yes to the "this is how you treat
Oh
an
yeah,
old friend."
yeah. Sorry. Just to clarify, yeah, no. This is not like because I owe a lot to Liam. He saved me from falling into the depths. So I give him the courtesy of without letting the crew know. I just whistle a slow tune, which from back in the day we know to mean affirmative. And in this case means affirmative. She is Lady Blackbird.
Okay. He stops and he says, "Okay." He doesn't say a word more. He steps over to the map that you spread out across the table, and he says, "This map is outdated." He points to a specific point. He says, "This spot here is no longer empty. It's the fastest way, but it's no longer empty. You have to travel through a asteroid field, but it's the fastest way to where you want to go."
Niam, I knew you were gonna leave a little trap in case we didn't pay you. Okay.
Business is business, yeah? Even with old friends.
Good to know you're still as sharp as always. Well then, do you have any advice about this asteroid field?
Travel fast. Try not to get hit. And at this point, he looks at Snuggle, gives Snuggle like a look.
And I'm like, this guy's a better pilot than me, supposedly.
Look, Cyrus. There's only one thing on the other side of that field. There's only one thing that I know of. If you're going up against him, you have to be very careful, alright?
And my facial expression drops with like a tinge of sadness and like, believe me, we have something which might be of interest to him.
He glances quickly at Lady Blackbird and back again. Says, I believe you. She is paying you, correct?
For now, she is paying us.
And he turns to you, Lady Blackbird, and says, you are going of your own free will.
He's going what?
Yeah,
He says,
I'm
"You-"
sorry, the ship is rattling a little bit.
He points to you, Lady Blackbird, and he says, you are going by your own free will.
It kind of, I think.
It's a long story. It's
I don't know. Yeah, I'm struggling on the inside. A lot of talk going in here.
Okay, but you chose this, and you're paying him, so you're not kidnapped or anything, right? He's not smuggling you to some pirate captain
No,
in the middle of the
you're
road. It's
not.
okay.
You're not kidnapping me, are you?
Well, clearly not. And I raise my eyebrow towards Liam to say, like, look, whatever you think is going on, yep, she is genuinely going in there with her own free will.
Okay.
Well, from one eyebrow raise.
Yeah.
A creepy
So much
stare.
communication.
Doing Morse code with your eyebrows.
No, I basically like give him a look to assure him like affirmative. I am not taking her against her will.
Good to know.
All right, if we're ready, gentlemen.
Let's blow this joint. Let's go.
Yes, my lady.
Take care.
You too, Liam. And I pass him two claws. It really means a lot to me that you're helping out at this time.
You tip well, so he, without another word, he walks down the gangplank and out back to the Nightport.
Just as he steps off, we're already levitating.
Cool. Okay. So what are you gonna do now? Gonna head off? You gonna fly to the remnants?
Oh yeah, one very quick thing. I would say, like, with my previous scene, I kind of have severed my relationship with the lady. But I did confirm that I'm coming back and like leaving her to whatever she wants to do, which means I now have leveled up, and
Ooh,
I am getting, I'm now getting the sense motives trait under keen,
Okay.
so I
Cool.
can now sense motives.
Nice.
Okay. That's cool.
Okay, so Lady Blackbird asks Naomi, what do you think about that guy? Any sense any motives?
You sense his motive?
He just he just wants us to be safe. He did not like giving us that information.
All right. He did buy us boba.
Sensing the suspicion, I turn around and I tell them, look, I trust this man with my life. And I roll down my ascot, and it shows like the scars of when I was like approaching the the depths and the acid was burning my skin.
Yep.
I trust this guy, and I walked to my room.
He walks to his room, and I looked at it around the others, and I go, "So that's why he wears an ascot." I go, "All right." And I go, "All right, let's make." I plotted the course. We're ready to go, Captain. I yell.
From the speaker system, it's like full steam ahead.
Sorry. By the way, Naomi, if you trigger your buy off, you actually get 2 advances. You can actually pick one more thing if you want.
Oh, one more.
So
Awesome.
like trade off. Yeah.
Okay,
So go
I
ahead,
really
pick,
like. I really like scary looks. I'm gonna get scary.
Sure.
Like creepy stuff.
Nice.
Scary look.
Yes. Build up for the
Like, if you can-
ending.
Yeah, if you can get creepy stare, I get scary look.
Okay,
So yeah,
the owl has left Nightport. Very short turnaround time, couple of hours, and you're refueled. The engine is still not completely fixed. Probably take some time with that, but it's enough to travel, and you make your way towards the remnants. Is there anything specific that you all might want to do before we reach the remnants?
I want to take the map and look at it
Okay.
in my room. So that's what I'm doing.
How many days would it take to get to where we want to go?
I would say maybe a day and a half.
Sure. During that time, because of all the conversations I've had in the past 2 sessions, I've tapped my hidden longing commander and outcaster a few times. So I am gonna gain brawl.
Okay.
Basically, like on the frustration of realizing that Lady Blackbird wants to be alone, and that's the only thing I can remember from that conversation. I'm like angrily punching the pillows in my room,
I love it.
learning how to be a puncher. And so I upgrade with brawl.
Okay, nice.
I
That's
can
all I do.
already see what we're setting up stuff to do.
Yes. Bring it
It
on,
doesn't
lads.
have to be a fight. It doesn't have to be a fight.
Who knows?
For me, between hitting my key of Daredevil and trying to get the map in a crazy way, and key of conscience and saying that Kale is not going to try to kill anyone, I also level up, and I will get the power of ramming. So now I can ram the owl.
Nice.
So I already have seduce. So like,
So Kale will spend most of his time repairing the ship, and he will unlock ship weapons under mechanic.
Okay.
So I will try and make some modifications to the ship weapons.
Mhm.
So I'm discussing this with Snuggle, I imagine. So we work together to make like his ramming more effective. So
yeah,
there'd be like a some sort of prong or we used to actually ram to destroy enemy hulls. Mostly I want to work on like a sort of like a not really a sight weapon, but we repurpose one of the like weapons to do like a it's more like a repellent than anything in case we come into too close contact with the asteroids. So that
oh,
we
and
sort of
asteroids, nice.
have like a deflection of it.
Oh, okay.
While we're working on the modifications, I look at Kale and like I'm like with my welding torch. I'm like, you ever play any RPGs? Like like video games?
I mean, honestly, I didn't graduate engineering school for another reason.
Oh, because you were playing a lot, yeah. But you know, like there's a big boss battle coming up, and you have like a moment of quiet, and then you prepare yourself.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean,
it feels like this, doesn't that feel like? Yeah,
I mean, what do you think is gonna happen? You think we're gonna?
I don't know.
The captain's gonna take this lying down, or
No, I don't know. I mean, the whole plan was just to bring her back, but I feel like Uriah Flint's gonna have something for us. I don't know. He doesn't seem like a cool guy from what I can tell. I mean, what cool guy wears leather pants?
yeah, the latter things.
Alrighty,
Not a good luck.
not a good look. And then we finish our scene.
When you say the phrase "what cool guys wear leather pants," you can hear from the com system like a short smirk.
Eh.
Okay. Just as you finish this conversation, Snuggle, you hear a alert from your pilot's control panel.
Oh boy.
It's a proximity alert, similar to the one that was triggered when the squid was nearby. Except that in this case, it's something else.
So I quickly, all right, I told you this is an RPG final battle. I leave Kale and I run to the cockpit.
Okay.
Outside,
I look-
the
Yeah, I look at the sensors and I'm trying to figure out what's out there.
you see in front of you in the wild blue, what was just empty sky is now filled with rocks coming towards you. You can see that they're all different shapes and sizes, but you are traveling through the asteroid field of the remnants.
Okay.
Here's that asteroid field we were talking about, guys. I'm gonna take Starling's advice and go fast. What was that, Captain?
Yes. I quickly grabbed the map. I think Lady Blackbird was done with bruising the map. I laid on like a short desk that's in the cockpit, and because it's rotating and it accounts for this asteroid field. So while Snuggle is busy like getting the controls ready, I'm getting my stopwatch, and I'm like coordinating the movement of the map, like saying, okay, you move exactly where I tell you to move. Don't miss a single angle. Got it.
Okay. So I think this is a check for Snuggle, and that sounds like Cyrus is helping for a +1 die.
Yes.
Anyone else want to help or anything? Or-
Okay. Can I handle the gun, like whatever Kale just made to burst
Sure.
asteroids? So I'm
Sure.
helping that way. If there's anything that comes too close, I try to blast away.
Okay.
I can also cast spells, I guess. Right? Can I do that? Like,
Yeah, but what do you want to do? Like, how do you want to try it?
just like blast them away if they come
Okay.
too close. So basically, like what Naomi's doing, but with spells.
I'll join Lady Blackbird with that with my shatter spell.
Okay.
Okay, I would say that that's possible on Lady Blackbird, but I think to do so, you would have to you have to be in a dangerous position. You're gonna have to open the owl's gangplank and stand near, because you can't see otherwise inside the ship.
Okay.
We can attach wires to both of us, like we tie it around us.
Yeah.
Just in case.
Nice.
And if you do fall off, you can fly. So.
Okay. So I would say that Kale is kind of like automatically helping with the Morse code bracelets already, unless Kale wants to do anything specific.
I guess not then.
Okay. So Snuggle, you can go ahead and roll your
So with
dice.
everyone's help, and without me adding any of my own dice, just like my pilot trait, I have 13 dice.
That's great.
Better work.
That's
This
the
better
power
work.
of teamwork.
Do we know the difficulty, or is it just?
I'd say this is a difficulty. Only 5. Difficulty
Okay.
5.
In the worst case scenario, I think a number of us still have our rerolls, so you're good to go.
All right, here we go. I'm rolling 13 dice. 4 successes.
Nice. Oh.
So we're under.
Wait.
No!
Nice.
Under? Okay.
Yeah, just
Yes.
under.
So
Yeah,
I'm gonna give you a chance to reroll.
Can you do that?
I have the power of I have the
not
secret
just
of
your
leadership. So
not
that
just
means
your dice.
if I give you an instruction, that means you can reroll with the same set of dice.
Okay, I'm
Okay,
gonna.
so you want to describe what that looks like?
Okay, so
Okay.
I'm like, this is gonna be so easy, Captain. I'm gonna steer with my feet. with my
And
feet.
as you do that, we nudge and we scratch against one of the
Yeah.
asteroids.
It's a loud scrape. Big
Oh,
sound.
crap.
It's like the hull is like.
Oh, ah!
Like
Okay,
it
my bad, my
almost
bad.
takes my little gun booth off, and I'm just like, Nargo!
When we're clear of that asteroid, I stand up, I throw like my compass at him, and like I said, listen to exactly where I tell you.
Got it.
And now-
I'm gonna use my hands now,
Now go 60 degrees right.
and then I re-roll the dice,
Yes.
and I get six successes. 60 degrees
Nice.
right. Got it.
Okay, 20 left, and then I'm just chanting this series of directions as I'm moving the map in time with like when it's supposed to be at what.
And then we're like in the zone.
Yeah.
And I go,
40 left. 20
Naomi,
right.
what an asteroid you need to shoot. And she shoots it.
And it explodes in like this shower of shrapnel.
And then Lady Blackbird coming in by 33 degrees. Can you use your wind or whatever?
Woo!
All right, wind in space. Great. And then
Yeah.
I go, Kale. I need 15% more energy from the power from the engines.
Yeah, I just crank a bit of a
And
release
then I
the
go,
valve.
and I go over an asteroid. I go through an asteroid with my ramming power. And I go, wow, great job, team. We did it.
Are we clear?
Yeah, we're clear.
That
was the last one.
Hang on.
Oh crap!
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
As you smash through that small asteroid, you can see like small spiderweb of cracks on the glass windscreen that damaged a bit of the windscreen itself, and you can see in front of you two. It's a bit cliche, but it's like two giant asteroids. You're heading straight into the middle of it, and they're slowly coming together to crash in the middle. What do you want to do?
So we're
I-
gonna turn the needle.
Can I comms to Lady Blackbird and Kale to get the engines ready for like hyper blast?
Yay!
So, Lady Blackbird to like pump as much water into the fuel as possible,
Water, yeah.
and Kale to like quickly maneuver everything into like one blaster.
Okay.
And I shout all this towards the intercom and do it now. We have 5 seconds left. Sorry,
So we're doing a
30 seconds left.
I'm like, Captain, we're gonna to complete this maneuver. We're gonna have to spin 3 times. Sterling did 2. He did a 720. We're gonna have to do a 900. I think I can do it.
The 360.
Yes, that's right.
And I nod my head with like pure ecstasy, like take us there.
And I go, wait a second. That's not 900. That's 1080, Captain. Oh my god.
Nah.
All right.
So, are you pumping all the fuel into my blaster, like the one Naomi is using?
I think it's like redirected mostly to the engines, but
Yep.
blaster can face
Engine.
backwards for
Yeah.
more thrust.
Kale can use some of that energy to be directed towards the guns, and the guns can fire like double time.
Okay, what's the difficulty on this?
I think this is a 5. This is a very specific maneuver, and you tried to outdo someone else's previous record. That's probably going to be a bit tough.
All right, I'm
Yeah,
pumping
so-
into my own dice. So it's the same as last time because everyone's helping, right?
Yeah.
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 I used
Yep.
2 of my own dice, so I'm using 15 dice. Come on, Snargle.
What's that?
10
And
successes.
successes.
I
Fantastic.
look back at Captain. I go, you know what, Captain? I can do it this time. And I switch to controlling with my feet.
Wow.
I said, everyone, hold on! And I flip the controller with the joystick with my foot, and then we spin. It's like 1, and then a graphic of the. It's like motion. 2, and then we lock 3 because of the G forces. And then 3.
While this is happening, I'm like pushed to the back of like the wall of the like Snuggle, not your feet.
And as the owl rotates, the asteroid goes like as we spin around it too. And then there's a third one even, and we thread the needle through the asteroids. And I'm like, take that, Starling. We piloting with
As the owl kind of like shoots between the 2 large asteroids, you hear a loud crash as the 2 hit together, and you can hear like the echo of the shockwave. You can see like bits of rock flying in the crash, and the owl managed to scrape through unharmed. Oh, sorry, I should change the tense music. And there is and you shoot through, and you're back into open sky. Actually, I need to switch back to the tense music because I was supposed to do something here.
oh my!
Oh, wow.
This
Roll for initiative again.
As you're all celebrating Snuggles' fantastic maneuver, and patting him on the back for beating Starling's previous record. There is a loud thunk at the back of the hull, and when you look back, you can see that there is a a grappling hook, a 3-pronged grappling hook that has pierced into the back of the hull and is latched onto the inside. Your ship lurches violently as you're suddenly brought to like a slowed down, and you're all kind of like thrown about. And there's another thunk as another grappling hook pierces your hull and erupts very close to where Lady Blackbird is standing, and there's like a giant metal claw. Your ship is slowing down a lot right now. What do you want to do?
When I gain orientation after like that sudden whiplash, I run to the roof gunnery because it has like a gun turret because it has a 360 view. Is Naomi there, by the way?
I'm there, right?
Yep,
Okay, Naomi's there. Sorry.
Yeah,
So in that case,
yeah.
I comms over to Naomi and said, "What was that?"
Yeah. There's a fleet of ships behind us.
There's like 3 that you can see. You can see.
I'm exaggerating. 3.
3's a 3.
There's one like kind of like directly overhead. You can see one fly towards the side, but there seems to be another one on your left as well. And as you watch, the topmost ship fires another grappling hook harpoon thing, and it crashes right in front of where your gun turret is, and you can see it grab the ship and slow it down even further.
I yell over the comms. Can you recognize? Can you describe the logo at the end of the ship?
It has a skull and crossbones.
Oh my god.
Well, I turn over to Lady Blackbird and, well, I guess your fiance is here to pick you up.
I can confirm that, Captain. Underneath those crossbones are leather pants.
Yep. This is
Hanging,
definitely
just flapping the wind.
This is
then-
definitely the crew of
You were.
sorry, yeah.
Okay, then I say, wait. Then let me talk to him, and they can let us go.
I'll bring Lady to the comm system, and we have like a interface with them, so we hail them.
Okay. Hello. This is Lady Blackbird. Uriah, is that you?
Okay. There is a crackling over the intercom. There's no response, and then there's a voice comes over. Nice try. Bringing you to the captain.
Who's speaking?
Can I speak to your manager, please?
None of your business, prisoner.
Lady Karen.
Prisoner. Do you know who you're talking to?
We unleash the power of dual Karens.
Lady Karen is all in full effect.
As this is going on, you see, you can feel that the 3 ships have kind of like pulled ahead of all of you, and is dragging the owl. Instead of it moving by its own power, it's being dragged towards a place that you don't know. But you're not. The owl's not kind of like under its own. It's not moving on its own power anymore.
Power, yeah.
I look to the rest of the crew and I tell them, if you have any firearms on you, now's the best time to prepare some ammo and put them on your sights.
Okay. Am I still? Hello, are you still there?
I got nothing to say to you, prisoner.
Nothing to say. What's your name, son?
There's no response from the other side.
Is Uriah there? Let me talk to him. Let me talk to Uriah. Put Uriah on the phone. Intercom.
The intercom crackles back to life again and says, "Listen, little missy, we're bringing you to Uriah. There's nothing else you can do. So why don't you just sit back?"
Just let him know it's Lady Blackbird, whom he used to call sweetheart. Just he'll know what I'm saying.
While she's describing all this, I quickly yank off her scarf, which is like this black shroud and has like that royal emblems stitched on the side.
Okay.
I run up to the broken turrets,
Okay.
where it's open already.
The turret's not broken. It's just like this. The hull in front of it has a grappling
Okay,
hook.
so I open one window and I stick out that scarf, and it's clearly flipping the symbol of the royal household of Blackbirds.
You see that? You see that flipping in the wind?
Well, I'm literally flipping the bird at them.
Do you see that?
And then I take the microphone and I go, "Hey, you sound like you got a sexy voice. Why don't you just let us go? It could be nice, you know."
Hanging out.
No response still.
No response.
My seduction powers did not work. And I go, enough of this. And I throw this thing down. And I go, Captain, I'm going to try something. And I run up to the control panels and I gear up all my things to try to see if we can break free of the tethers that are holding us down. Because
I pat him on the shoulder and said, although I trust you with my life on this, I want to warn you. If you make any sudden moves here, Uriah will shoot.
Yeah, well, son of a bitch. Okay, fine. We'll do it your way, Captain. We'll just wait here, I guess. What do we do? Are we gonna hand Lady Blackbird over? This is nonsense.
Guys, chill. I'm not gonna let anything happen to you guys, okay? Just.
Is that because you love us or one of us specifically?
All of you guys. You guys are like my family. But okay, anyway, just.
But like when you say family, are we like your brothers? Or are we like your stepbrothers?
Or are we like family as in we're part of that? And I point through the screen of the cockpit and I see that we're like hovering towards this menacing asteroid that is not really moving that much.
We're like Barney and Friends. You know Barney?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
I'd say we're like that.
I go to Cyrus and I go, there was a little bit of sexual tension in that group always. I don't get details of it. Just trust me. You're good.
I'm like too baffled to even respond, but
Okay. I comms the captain. Are we doing anything? Because I'm still in the gunnery, right?
Yeah, you're still at the gunnery. I just say just stand by, watch out for anything, but don't make any sudden moves because this is Uriah Flint.
Okay, and
at this point, do we see where they're taking us to? Oh, sorry.
I'd say that you get close. As you can see in the big windshield of the owl. It's a asteroid, but it's not like round or like roundish like the other asteroids. You can see that it's been clearly carved into. It's got like a jagged kind of like a mountain upside down. Like jagged like bottom, and on what seems to be level ground, there seems to be a entire fortress carved out of stone sitting on top, and that's where they seem to be taking it.
Damn.
Found La Puta, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so at this point, I'm like loading up grape shots on my belt, getting ready, sliding both my pistols in position.
Yeah, and I'm hitting little buttons and levers and stuff to make sure that the owl's ready to do some evasive maneuvers at a moment's notice.
Yeah.
In the gunnery, Naomi remembers that she gave the photo to Agatha, and she's like, shit. But she's just like, there's resolve in her eyes, and she's holding the shotgun very hard.
Okay, and I say to everyone, you guys are now under the protection of House Blackbird, so you guys are all officially part of House Blackbird.
Lady Blackbird, just to let you know, we're in the Remnant. The Imperial jurisdiction is...
Well, you know what? Every little bit helps, Cyrus.
And I go, I feel so honored. I've never been part of a house before, and I changed my name to Snargle Blackbird. Like, I will fight!
Okay. Now nobody attack without saying anything, okay?
Yes, I assure everyone, let Lady Blackbird step off first. I think she's more prized.
Okay, are we stepping off?
The owl is brought to you can see the kind of like a stone drawbridge kind of like lower from the fortress, and it's huge, it's immense, and you can see the three crafts kind of like tug you into the darkness, and as your eyes adjust to the light, you can see it's full of owl-sized ships all over, but standing kind of like sitting in the center of this enormous hangar is the dreaded flagship of Captain Uriah Flint. And here again, I'm gonna check in with chat to see what should this ship be called, because I think y'all have a lot better names than I would come up with. So what is the name of the dreaded pirate Captain Uriah Flint's ship? Okay. In the meantime, you are in this hangar and you're being dragged towards one of the loading bays. There's a giant mechanical arm that comes up and clamps onto the side of your ship and pulls it towards the wall. Yeah, and it's very jolting and kind of like locked in place, and it's quiet for a while.
Okay. I walk towards the door, the latch, which will get the arrow. I look towards Lady Blackbird and I ask one last time, "Are you sure you want to do this?"
And then
And there's actually a slight quiver in his eyes as he realizes that he's about to give up Lady Blackbird.
Okay. Lady Blackbird says, I've already made up my mind before this. I'm not staying here. We're going somewhere else. And with that, I have given up on my mission. And with that, I hit my buy-off. And now I will advance and be an acrobatic person.
You have two advances when you
Yeah.
Okay.
another
Wow.
one, yeah.
So
Acrobatics?
Pick something else.
And pistol. Okay, let's go pistol, man.
So everyone
Okay.
with the key of the mission hits the buy-off as well?
No.
Because everyone else has the mission. For example, I and Cyrus, I believe, have the key. You must safely deliver Lady Blackbird to the Pirate King. So if she's hitting that
Oh, that's a
buy-off,
good point.
will we also hit the
I
buy-off?
actually don't. I only have key of commander, key of hidden longing, and key of outcast.
Okay, I have key of the mission, so I'll hit the buy-off there.
I think this would count. It's not bio because you've brought her to the Pirate King as promised, right? So I don't think that's considered bio
yeah.
per se.
Okay.
Technically,
Fair.
think about it.
Okay, I can fight.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, so Lady Blackbird doesn't want to be with Uriah Flint. She wants to go somewhere else after this. So yes, Cyrus, that's what I said. I mean,
There's
that's
a
what I said.
metallic thunk on your hatch, and there's a high pitched voice outside that screams, "Ready or not, here I come!" And your hatch kind of like bursts open with explosives. The door slams inside the ship, and you can see standing in the doorway a number of pirates. They're all strangely kind of good looking. They're all wearing like leather jackets, and they've got like bandanas, and one of them is wearing like dark shades, and they're all got like guns and pistols and knives, and they're all like standing there looking menacing but cool.
Boy
Lady
band.
Blackbird, because
NCT.
she used to have this picture of Uriah Flint, so she takes that out and goes like,
Oh!
none of them look like Uriah Flint.
I'm here for this guy. I was with this guy 6 years ago. We had a thing.
Crazy.
You don't want to fight me.
Yeah, you could tell it the pirate captain himself.
Yes.
Come with
Take us to him
little
safely
missy.
And I'm like,
and fix
I
our
just
ship.
yell out, I'm like, why are you guys being so mean? You guys, it was our mission to bring her here. You pirates.
Yeah,
are
like we
overcompensating.
totally like planned this. And fix our ship.
Yeah, seriously, these holes are not good.
So rude.
Very rude.
I follow closely behind Lady Blackbird, now with a little bit more resolve in my eyes, and I'm making sure that she's not touched by any of them.
Okay.
I mean, we're all walking, right?
Yeah, they've kind of surrounded you back and front, and so that they're escorting you deeper into the complex of the fortress. Okay.
While we're like walking down the hallways, I'm like mumbling to Lady Blackbird, "If you wanted to change your mind, you could have told us sooner before we flew through all that."
Well, I kind of only made up my mind like when the asteroid hit.
Well,
And then as we're walking, I hit Morse code into my bracelet to send a message to Kale, and it just says GYB, and he knows that means got your back.
I put my thumbs up behind my back to also like acknowledge that yes, I felt that GYB as well.
I'm going to count that as a refresh scene. Back to 7 dice.
Well,
Okay. Okay. you're led through a series of winding passages. You can see that the complex is very vast. There are rooms upon rooms. You can see many pirates, about the size of like an imperial regiment. That many pirates just walking around. Some of them carrying loot, some of them doing repairs, some of them doing a lot of things. But you're brought deeper and deeper into the complex until you're brought before these two large double doors made of like solid bronze. It has very intricate carvings along the sides, but right in the center there is just the logo of the skull and crossbones and with leather pants right at the bottom. And it's bright, it's shiny. It's ringed by lanterns on all sides, so it's an effect as you come to approach it.
I mean, you can't deny this guy's got style.
I mean, yeah, I can hear like a bass rhythm playing in the background, like hip hop rhythm.
Okay. The one of the pirates who's leading you here, he turns around. And actually, your entire escort turns around and faces you, and they're all standing kind of like in sync. Their hands are like behind their backs. They're all standing with their legs slightly apart. And the person in the middle says, "I don't know what you do this."
Do it!
Go for
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Uriah Flint, and the doors slowly grind open, and inside you can see it's a shadowy hall. It's dark, it's vast, and your escort who's in front of you step aside, and your escort behind you nudge and push you forward. And to walk forward into this space, you realize that you're standing on what seems to be about a 10-foot wide walkway made of solid stone, running straight through the middle. And as you walk down, jets of fire burst on either side, one by one, and two gigantic spotlights flash on, and into the center where there's like a dais, like a podium, and in where there's like a circular dais, there's a small set of steps going up, and there is a throne carved of solid gold, and there is a figure sitting in there. He's slouched. He's got one leg over one of the armrests, and he's just just sitting there. I'm supposed to. I've got a costume for this.
A costume.
Oh my god.
Okay,
man.
He's slouched in a chair. He's kind of like just
So
you can't really
cool.
see his face, even though the spotlights are on him. Like, you
Pull out
can
the
kind of
hand
see
to
his
like
figure.
shoot out the hat.
Yeah, but you can his face is lower and can't really see, and he's like just brooding but coolly, or whatever that is. Yeah, and as you walk down, you can see these jets of fire, pyrotechnics blasting from each side, and you are led to the front of the dais. Just he's maybe like 5 feet above you, on this throne, and he's still not looking up at you, and just everything is silent. There's a light mist that surrounds your feet. What do you want to do?
Oh my god.
Wow.
Nargle farts.
I try to time my farts with the jets of fire. If I can boost it.
Cyrus is just amazing. Like, wow. Okay.
But then I turn to Lady Blackbird. I'm like, oh, Uriah Flint. I follow him on YouTube. I just never heard him say his name before. I thought it was Urija. Okay.
When Snargle is making this revelation, it echoes throughout this hall of a regiment of pirates. Oh, I've seen you on YouTube.
I've seen you on YouTube.
I love the tutorial videos.
There is nothing but silence as your words echo throughout this empty cavern. And suddenly, the even more lights come on, blue and red and yellow, and they all kind of like swoop and focus onto this figure at the center. I hope this is the right clip. And there is the figure sits slouching in the throne, kind of like looks up. Hey. And he stands up. You can see he's wearing leather pants. He's got this like open leather jacket. You can see tattooed on his chest is the skull and crossbones, and it's just nice where like it's the crossbones and then it's his leather pants, right? And he swaggers down the steps. He's got like gold all over. He's got like a huge gold necklace. He's got rings all over his hands, and he's come forward and looking at the five of you. And as he's coming down the stairs, you can see behind him there's another fountain of mist, and behind him are 6 other guys wearing very similar costumes, but they don't look as cool as him. But they're coming down the steps in sync with him as he goes, right? 2 of them flanking him on each side. And he stops, stands right in front of you. What do you want to do?
Cyrus is just fuming. Like,
Lady
show off.
Blackbird's like, can't believe I used to date this guy. Uriah, me and my friends are here, well, because you kind of wrecked our ship and brought our ship to you, but since we're here, you can have this back. And she gives the photo of himself. It's a photo of you, and I know you really like yourself, so figured you might like it. And if you could just let us be on our way, that would be nice.
He's kind of like slouching. He slowly takes off his dark sunglasses. He's like, "Hey, it's you, Blackie. How you doing, my little birdie? How long has it been? 6 years? Oh man, time flies."
Well, yeah, I can see you've got the upgrades.
Yeah, I
Very
got a bigger
interesting.
band. I told you I gotta put the band back together. Here we are.
Well, yes. Yes, and could you let us go now? Promote your. Yeah.
Oh, we just came back together, baby. Come on.
No, we're not back together.
What?
No.
Yeah.
Why are you here?
Well, I didn't want to be here, but your ship did this to my ship and brought it into your fortress.
Yeah, well, I recognize it. I don't know what kind of strange vessel this is. Even
Listen, man. The woman changed her mind is what we're saying. We were running away from the Empire. We thought we were going to bring her to you, but along the way we had some adventures. She fell in love with Captain Flint, with Captain Vance. Shut up, Captain Flint, Captain Vance. And now she's in our crew, and we're going to go off and have adventure. What do you have to say to that?
And when he articulates all that thought, I step forward in front of Lady Blackbird.
Yeah, and I take out Hedgie and I put it in my pocket. He's ready to fight too.
Well, Uriah, what do you say we let this go peacefully, or my team and I are gonna kick your ass?
God.
Uriah chuckles and then you and the 5 of you gonna take on me and my entire pirate band?
Yes.
Yep.
Slowly puts back his sunglasses and goes, I don't have time to deal with this. He snaps his fingers, and the 6 guys flanking him draw cutlasses in each hand. I'm supposed to do this.
Adventure music.
It's adventure. Pop music. I hope. Yeah.
While my back is facing Lady Blackbird, I'm like pointing up to the ceiling to indicate that she should start flying the moment things get crazy.
Instead, Lady Blackbird casts a spell and hits Uriah's head off his head.
Okay.
No.
Go ahead and make a check. What do you want to do?
Okay, I would like to Master Sorcerer,
Okay.
Spellcaster, Wind,
Uh-huh.
and Blast.
Okay.
So
that's
that,
4.
and 1 for trying.
Yeah, it's fine.
So it's
I-
not difficult, right? Because I'm just hitting your head off your head.
Yeah, I think this is difficulty 3. It's,
Okay.
yeah.
Glued on real tight.
Wow.
You wanna spend any of your own die?
Yes, I'll add 2, so
Okay.
7.
On
Go ahead, roll.
this? Oh my god. You're gonna need.
This is a power move.
Yeah.
Go for it.
I'm on board with this.
Did it work?
2 successes. It
No.
does not.
Who has a reroll?
It's just for the hat.
I do actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You want to use
How
it?
come?
Because I get a reroll if I fail at sorcery.
Ah, yes, yes,
Nice.
yes. You wanna go ahead and try
Nice.
again?
Okay.
All right.
It hits
Yay.
this time.
Four.
Okay, so
Aha!
as he's turning and stepping away from you as the 6 swordsmen approach you, you blast your spell and his head is knocked off, and his seems stumble a bit, and he kind of like his back is towards you. Right? He seems stumble a bit, and he kind of like stands up, turns around.
And he's like bald here.
I can't replicate that. I'm sorry, but I'll try. You can see his hair is a lot more disheveled now
Oh,
because he
no.
plucked those. He's
What have you
like,
done?
no one messes with my hair.
As he
Drops in.
says that, as he goes, no one, I throw Hedgie at his face. Rocket propels. So right as he says hair, Hedgie lands on his nose. There's no check for that because just Hedgie's unstoppable.
Okay, hang on. So
Jeez.
he roars and his balls of fire erupt in his hands, and you can see his eyes start glowing red and fiery. You can see trails of smoke coming from the edges of his eyes. Okay,
You
you're
could have
throwing
mentioned to us.
That he knows how to do that.
Pyromancer.
Yeah.
This boss fight can't end too easily, I guess.
Yeah, but now he's got a fucking he's got a guinea pig on his face.
Yep, it'll distract him. Wait, are his fleet's ships in view?
In this chamber, they are not. It's just a huge empty chamber with this catwalk walkway up to his dais and him and his throne, and his flanked by his leather jacketed swordsman. That's all.
How many? There's 6 of them. There's 6
Six
dudes.
of them, yeah. Plus
Okay.
him himself, like plus.
Plus-
Ryan.
So I remember that while we were walking towards the chamber,
Mhm.
which has like thin walls, it's more for decoration. Like outside, there are all these vessels lined up,
Yep.
and they are like battalion level vessels. It's like
They're all like kind of like owl-sized ships. They're not like
Oh.
huge battleships, but they're more like owl-sized.
sure. But
like-
there's one like there's the flagship, which is
Yeah, the
like
flagship
slightly
who's-
bigger, slightly more equipment, and so as the glows are appearing in
Uriah.
Uriah's hands, I turn around, I run towards Snuggle,
Uh-huh.
and I mum in my mouth. I'm sorry, this is gonna be a little uncomfortable. I'm gonna teleport him to the cockpit of the powerful ship.
Whoa!
Whoa.
I'm taking a look at the names that were suggested. I don't know if this was an actual name, but I really like it. The flagship is called the Swag Lord.
That fits. So yeah.
I think that's just the best name for this ship that it could be. So it's the Swag Lord. So you,
My lord.
Yeah, so I quickly dash, he's just a few steps behind me.
Okay.
I mouth like, I'm so sorry, this is gonna hurt a lot. And I teleport him and I touch him, and he appears in the cockpit of this like really powerful flagship.
And
so
then I
just to
puke.
see, you see, right, Snuggle flings Hitchy, and you touch his shoulder and immediately vanish as Hitchy flies and hits Uriah in the face with his rocket jetpack as well. So he's kind of like launched backwards, like, get this thing off me! And he's like,
Okay.
yeah. One of the swordsmen turns
Okay.
around to help him, but the other 5 are still approaching the 3 of you who remain. What do you want to do?
Okay. So with all the spotlights in this damn place, I'm guessing it's pretty decked up there and it's pretty flimsy. So I'm gonna try shooting those down.
Okay.
Yeah. So I have. Oh wait. Yes. So I use my shot. I take out my shotgun and I just start aiming for the spotlights that are right above these guys.
Okay.
Somehow they have spotlights.
There's
Okay,
like
so I
lanterns with
have.
mirrors behind.
Yeah. Okay, so I have combat tested, brutal, living weapon, fast, hard, scary look. Now I have scary look. So 6.
Yeah. I'm going to describe the scene as you using your kind of like shotgun to fend off, like cutlass blows. You try like you're just aiming upwards and firing. Yeah, so you're giving people scary looks in the meantime. That's fine.
What is the difficulty?
I would say this sounds like a 4. You're trying to hit specific points in like the rigging to have everything come crashing down, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna add 3 dice for my pool.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a total of 9.
Okay. Go ahead, roll. And while she's doing this, what are the other 2 doing? Lady Blackbird and Kale.
4. That's
Okay,
fine.
yeah, it's just enough.
Seeing as there's still a
Go on.
coping, right? So
So there-
there's still a divide between everyone. So they're running down the catwalk towards us.
No. They're running down the stage dais towards you.
Okay, so we're on the edge of the catwalk. Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's only one path out, basically.
Yeah, back the catwalk to the big double brass doors entrance.
Right, I'm gonna slide over to one of the sort of like geysers of fire, because they erupted from the side of the catwalk, right?
Yep.
I'm gonna try and sabotage it so that I can tilt the angle of the flame to create
Ooh.
an impassable wall across the catwalk.
Oh, nice. I like it. Yeah. Go ahead and list your roles. Lady Blackbird, are you doing anything specific?
I'm going to use my acrobatic skills.
Okay.
Just for fun. And I don't know, I just get like kick some people out of the way.
Okay, sure.
So I have 6
Do I need
dice.
to check for that? No, right? Because it's my skill.
No, so it's part of your like trait,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, so it's part of a check. So what are you doing is trying to like acrobatically dodge around like the sword fighters and try to block, parry their blows, avoid being hit, and dodge towards where Kale is at the start of the catwalk. So I think that's a check. I think that would be difficulty 4.
4?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's you've got like 3 people surrounding you, right? It's not easy.
Okay. Then I do athletic, run,
Okay.
duels, I guess,
Okay.
and acrobatics. So that's and then 1 for trying, so 5.
Okay.
Anybody
That's
want to
fine.
help?
You want to use your? Do you want to use any of your own dice, or does anyone want to help?
Okay, I'll add 1.
Okay.
Okay.
You're acrobating through what again?
Just the swarm of attackers surrounding her who are all like trying to slash at her with their swords.
I got 3.
So you just don't make it. As you try to like tumble aside, one of them nicks you across the shoulder and like
Oh shit!
blood spurts out. Yeah.
Cyrus, are you looking at this? I'm hurt.
Keep in mind if you do
My eyebrow twitches and like, how dare you? And
You're not
I-
there. Aren't you teleported all the way to the
No,
ship?
I
No,
can only
no,
teleport
no.
one person, so
Oh,
I
you teleported-
teleported Snargle.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So
Okay, I understand now.
Snargle is currently in the cockpit.
Oh, so
and
you are
he is-
also here.
I have to stay here, and right now I'm like vomiting because of the effects of like teleporting
Okay.
someone.
I got it.
And as I wipe up the vomit, I look over and I see Lady Blackbird and like twitch.
I'm like,
Oh.
it's okay. I'm good.
keep in mind if you fail a
What has
check,
happened?
if you fail
what
a check,
happens if you
you
fail a check?
refund any pool dice you put in and you get 1 extra to your pool die.
Yes.
I think it's gonna be fun.
So, Naomi, you managed to hit the exact spot in the rigging. One of the kind of like metalwork frame swings downwards, and you can see the lights in the it trailing as it kind of like crashes into the dais itself. It's a loud shattering sound as bits of glass and shattered lanterns fly everywhere. Some of the lantern oil spills onto the ground, so now there's a little fire starting to spread. You can see it's kind of like spreading up on the framework as well, as because it's wrapped with like cloth and stuff, and it's starting to catch and set the entire lighting system on fire.
And my check was to run to the entrance of the catwalk, basically the exit, and sabotage the sort of pyrotechnic equipment.
Yep. Do you manage to
I'll
do it?
rig it. I have 6 to my check. And how difficult would it be?
I would say this is a difficulty. Let's say difficulty 3. It's not anything like it's not like some specialized tool or anything. It's just little like propane gas flame. So yeah.
So I'll put 2 in, so I have a total of 8.
Okay.
4 successes.
Yep.
So essentially,
you
I have it rigged so that once all of us run out of the entrance to the room, the guys will like block off the exit.
Okay.
On fire.
Okay. Great. As you're doing so, like one of the swordsmen is charging at you. Lady Blackbird surrounded by 3 of them. One of them is advancing, fighting Naomi. Uriah Flint tears the guinea pig off his face and flings beside him. Like you can see that his face is now like his glasses are askew. Like he's got like scratches all over. You can see like he's bleeding slightly. And he's like, "What have you done to my face?" And he's flying downwards directly at you, Cyrus. What do you want to do?
Oh boy.
No, I kind of like launched
He can
himself.
fly!
Yeah, I think he was like kind of like levitating slightly in the air with like his hands on fire.
Oh man.
Okay. I guess.
Lady, you could have told us this.
I did not know. It's been 6
Yeah.
years. Yeah, as I see
wasn't-
see him going for Cyrus, I also fly.
Okay,
Because I can't.
okay,
I fly, and I'm gonna blast him out of the way
okay. Go ahead, make a check.
with some lightning. Okay.
Sounds great.
Okay, so Master Sorcerer, Spellcaster, Channeling,
Mhm.
Lightning, Fly, Blast. And 1 for trying, 7.
Okay, I'd say this is difficulty 3.
Okay.
It's challenging but not difficult or impossible.
I am giving extra die because I've already started shooting at him because I know he's
Yeah.
coming. I like
Okay,
pam,
great.
pam, pam, pam.
Nice. Go ahead. 5 successes, easily make it.
Yes.
It's
Okay.
like that. It's like the Matrix Revolution scene where what's her name? Trinity is like falling from the sky and like shooting, and Neo comes to save.
Lightning streaks through the air. Oh, sorry. You describe it.
Okay, so as he's going for Cyrus, I also fly like this. And then as I'm at a height, I like cast a spell of lightning that hits him and sends him flying sideways. So it shoots him across.
And he's knocked back off his trajectory and he crashes into his throne. It's a loud crash as he tumbles backwards off the back of the dais. You can't see, and he's momentarily lost from sight. There's still a bunch of people fighting around the area. What do you want to do?
Okay. I asked Cyrus if he's okay because he's puking, right?
Oh, I am fine. It's okay. Are you all right? I grab her by the shoulders and are you all right?
I'm fine. Do you want me to piggyback you?
That might be convenient.
Okay,
And,
get on.
I grab on with one arm while like holstering the other pistol and like holding one pistol up.
Okay.
And when we fly up, I aim towards. Are the lights still on?
Some of them
There's
are.
a fire now.
Yeah, one of the frameworks is crashed and collapsed, and there's like a huge fire creeping up its side. From where you can see, there seems to be like maybe 2 or 3 more kind of like similar kind of frameworks where all the lights and like the big lanterns are kept above overhead.
Okay, what I want to do is I want to take a shot at one of the all the pyrotechnics and all the fire comes from one like plug. It's like a terribly done setup from and so I want to shoot that
Clearly.
to create a big explosion to one, deter the pirates away, and two, create a hole in the wall to allow Snargle's ship to bear guns at them.
Oh wow! Okay.
So yeah, I
exciting.
fly up so I can find the box and I curve a bullet.
Go ahead and make a check.
Curve.
I am going to Okay, battle hardened because I am literally in the middle of a battle.
Yes.
Shooting, two-gun style, pistol. Pistol. Hail of lead, I guess, because I'm like, no, it actually can't. No, if I use a grape shot, can that count as hail of lead?
Sure.
Sure. I'm gonna throw in 3 of my dice from my pool.
And I'm also helping, right? Because
I have a
He's
try.
like-
Lady Blackbird is helping because she's helping me to fly, so that's already at 10.
Okay. I'd say this is difficulty 4. You try to hit a specific sweet spot on a volatile tank of gas and propane. So let's see how it goes.
Okay. Anyone able to help? If not, I will do it now. Six.
Hey.
Six
That
success.
is enough. You want to describe what happens?
So I'm in the air. We're flying. I'm for a brief moment. I'm feeling. Yes, she's finally in my arms. But like, okay, snap out of it. We have to find this. Where all the power from this? Because this pyrotechnics definitely does not come from a 5-volt socket. It comes from like something really powerful, and I find it like it's really like wires are dangling everywhere. Like someone should fire that stagehand. I curve a bullet. It curves around the pirates, hits it, and smashes through the entire equipment. And a huge pyrotechnic with all colors, blue, red, yellow, flames everywhere, and it's like it blinds everyone for a while, but when the dust settles, you see a gaping hole in the wall, and you see Snargle at the cockpit with the ship aiming straight ahead, all guns to bear straight forward, and he says some catchy line like,
Yeah, I say hooty hoo.
I see. Okay, in that split second when all this is going on, I'm fighting one pirate dude, right? So I see like Snargle's like guns poke out, and I like Spartan kick my pirate right into the fire, and I like just like evasive maneuver out of the way, like barrel roll out of the way.
Okay. I'm going to hit the explosion, knocks almost everyone off their feet, even his backup dancers who are fighting you. Some of them fall over the edge of the parapet of the catwalk. It's about a 10-foot drop into just like a pit. It's a very weird design, but he's egoistic or whatever. So there's maybe like 2 of them left still on the level that you are on. Yeah, it's a big hole. The swag lord has peeked in. You notice that the fire from the burnt framework and the split lanterns is slowly spiraling up in little tendrils and is forming like a vortex. And inside it is the figure of Uriah Flint, hand still aflame, and he's just surrounded in this ball of flame and heat, and he looks incredibly angry. His hair is you can see if you're from this distance, his hair is singed. It's all like standing up because of the lightning, and you can smell very strongly like burnt hair, and he's like, what was I gonna say? You come into my home, you break my chair, you ruin my face. Whatever we had 6 years ago, little birdie, it's all over now. And he yells, and you can see the heat gets a lot more intense. The flames from red start to shift towards white, and it's an intense heat. The entire cabin is basically like a sauna right now. It looks like he's gonna do something explosive. What do you wanna do?
So as he's doing,
Could use
going all
a thunderstorm
Super
right
Saiyan-
now.
as he's doing Super Saiyan routine, I finish my hoo, and then I spin the Swag Lord around, and I've done stuff to the controls and stuff. Like I don't even need the guns. I just like do stuff with the controls, and I'm about to dump the whole tank of steam of water, which the swag Lord uses their steam. I'm gonna dump it all on Uriah.
Oh, I love it. Okay. Go ahead and make a check. What is it?
Oh, a lot, my friend. So I'm using. Let's see here. This guy's. I'll use pilot, right? So I'm 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then I'm gonna throw in 3 of my own. So that's 9. Anyone can help?
I'm gonna say it was over for me before it was over for you. And
That's
that's your
just that's my presence. It's literally one of my traits. Just
10.
my presence is a trait.
All right, that's 10. Okay. Difficulty.
4. It's
All right, here we go.
pretty specific maneuver.
Yep. Rolling 10 dice. 5.
5.
All right.
Yay!
So I pull the throttle and I do a spin again because spin's like my thing now. And I go, I think you need to cool off. And then like the water from the tank, there was a hole, it gets jettisoned out, and then spinning momentum, it floods him, and he instantly turns to steam, like just all the fires like just. And he's just standing there in a puddle of his own.
Yeah, he's drenched. He's like, coughing and spluttering as he's spitting water out of his mouth. You can see his hair is all long and straggly, and he's covered, matting his face.
And I've knocked over his last remaining 2 henchmen into the wall. They're like knocked out.
Yeah, he washed away.
Yep.
Yeah. What do you want to do now?
So we're not in the swag lord.
No, I'm in the swag lord.
Only
Just
Snargle.
Okay,
Only
so
Snargle is
we
like
should
manipulating everything there.
try to make it onto the boat, onto the ship.
Snuggle
But
is
just as all this is, sorry, yes.
sorry, go ahead. Well, Snuggle is flooding the entire room. Kale will take the opportunity to sneak out and try and find sort of. So the Swag Lord and all the other ships are in sort of a large like hangar area, right?
Yep.
So Kale is going to find a control room and sort of try and constrict their landing gear to keep them chained here, keep them grounded for a long time, basically.
Nice.
And then once he's done
Okay.
doing that, he will shatter the entire control room so they can't free themselves.
Oh, nice. Okay, go ahead and make a check.
So yeah, mechanic, engine, spare parts,
I
sabotage,
stopped the music.
enhancements. So I got 6 total, and I'll put all of my pool dice in.
Okay.
Total of 9.
I think this will be. I think I'll say it's difficulty 4. You're trying to manipulate, the systems for like an entire fleet. And then damage it so that they can't easily regain control of it. So I think that would be difficulty 4. Sounds like a difficulty 4.
Yeah, I'll give him help. So like I get on the guns of the Swag Lord and I clear the way of anyone who might want to try to stop him.
Oh, nice. Okay, cool.
It brings me to 10.
I can also help. Like I see him sneak away and I follow because I feel like okay, this situation's handled. So I see him walk away and I follow him, and I also help like shoot anybody who's coming in.
I see that Lady Blackbird is now like engaged with Uriah in like this magical force battle, and I'm not of much help. So I let go of her and I quickly run to assist Kale by like shooting off people who are trying to attack.
It brings me to the 12. Nice. Here it comes.
Oh yeah.
7 successes.
Yay!
Yep, that's a success. You managed
Throughout
to.
the hangar room, you just hear like sickening crunches as all of the sort of wings and the landing gear all like snap off as like the chains like over tighten and the hydraulics are like all pushed to the limit, and all of the ships are grounded now. And then I
And you
shatter the entire room.
Yeah, you smash the control panel, right? Yeah. Explosion of sparks as the smoke billows out from the console as you step away, knowing that you've achieved what you wanted to do. So right now, if I understand this correctly, the scene is that everyone else is outside. It's just Lady Blackbird and Uriah Flint. He is wet. He's on the ground. He's panting. He's spitting out water. It's just you and him. I'm gonna switch the music again. What do you want to do?
I see an opportunity to kill Uriah Flint.
Aren't you? You're outside, right? You're at the hangar.
I am just about to leave. Okay, it's like its own chamber, right? And the wall is
Yep.
down. I'm trying to get out, and it's leading towards towards the hangar, which is just outside. But as I turn around, I realize he's wet. Lady Blackbird has lightning powers.
Oh.
We're surrounded by a lot of electricity.
Mm.
And I shout to Naomi, you remember the time where I electric grilled the calamari back a few nights ago?
I hear that and immediately understand. And
I point towards like a few of those like wires that are dangling around, which can be thrown towards Uriah. Oh, sorry, yeah.
I do that. Yeah, I start like it's like just like slowly putting things like closer to Uriah. It's like flinging
with your
wires.
strength, you can swing it straight into him.
Okay, before any of this is happening, Lady Blackbird, you're standing above the kneeling body of Uriah Flint. He's gasping for air.
Can you play the music that you were playing?
Yeah. I was about to, because he was supposed to say something. So you're standing over him. He's wet. He's drenched. He's you can see steam rising off his leather jacket. And he looks up at you. Hair, still covering parts of his face. He says, "Why, little birdie? What was all this for?"
I'm not the girl I was 6 years ago. I'm a woman now. And a woman has needs. Like the need to take care of herself. And you need to grow up too, my dear Uriah. Let's not kill him, guys. Put that down.
Aww, and then we put it down.
Damn it!
He says, so whatever we had back at the Sorcerer's Academy, it all meant nothing to you?
We were 12. We're 18 now.
Oh, that's news.
What?
Oh dear.
We're adults.
What have I done?
No more leather pants, Uriah. No more.
He looks down. He says, but they look so cool. And he kind of slumps forward and is kind of faints on the floor.
Lady Blackbird helps him up. You're a man now, Uriah. You gotta act like it. No more leather pants, just tapered pants, alright? No more of this mixed genre of music. Just pick one and work on it. You know what? My friend Kale, he's really good at tinkering and stuff. We can make you like a keyboard with a beatbox thing. Would you like that?
That sounds...
At this point, Naomi and I are holding onto the electrical wires, and we see what's happening, and we're looking around to see if the pirates have stopped fighting us, or if we still need to do anything.
I mean, I'm guessing the pirates did not get the memo, right?
No, but they say you're right.
Right now, most of the pirates are scrambling in the hangar. They're wondering what's happening to their ship systems. Why are all their ships only grounded? And there's smoke coming out from the control room and stuff like that. So they're just in a mass panic in that area. So none of them are coming in right now.
Right.
Damn it! They put the wires away.
Yeah, gently putting it and kicking it away.
So both of us are hankering for a fight right now.
See, Uriah, I found my purpose. My purpose is to travel around with my buddies and explore new things and try new things, like different boba flavors, and beat up some assholes sometimes, because I have that power now. I'm an acrobat, a pistol shooter, and I can fly. And you've got a talent in you. You just gotta cultivate it. Would you like that keyboard?
Uriah is woozy. He's kind of like focusing on you and your face and your words. He says, yeah, you're pretty awesome, little bird.
You're awesome too. Kale? Kale, could you fix him up with a little studio, and we will be out of here in a few hours.
Pirates are storming the control room where Kale just blew up all the control panels. He's like desperate. He's stuck. All the pirates are advancing with cutlasses. He smashes through the control room panel and he lands on like shattered glass. And it's like, guys, we gotta.
Naomi and Cyrus are looking at Kale and like.
Wow,
I help Kale up and just like brush him off. Yeah,
I guess we're not killing him. That's good.
Just like you wanted.
Yeah,
No killing.
I guess so.
As like the pirates kind of like start storming into the room, like seeing the five of you and Uriah Flint, brandishing their swords and their pistols. You see Uriah kind of just hold up his helm very weakly. It's all right. It's all right. And we're gonna slowly fade out from this. Does anyone want to do some kind of epilogue or anything before we kind of like wrap this up? Yeah.
As we're like
5 years later. I mean, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. Do whatever you want. You can.
Are we 5 years later? Because I can deal with that too. Okay. So
each of you can have like your own epilogue if you want. Like it's really up to you. Like what?
Okay.
Where do you think your story is gonna go?
So Snargle, after this whole crazy event, he stays with the owl. He loves it there. It's his home. But part of him has always had his heart somewhere else. So when he's not pirating the owl and going on crazy adventure, he has a small little place of his own in Goblandia where he opens up a small cafe and he serves breadsticks and farfalle and fusilli and churros and it's a great place. And he calls it Snargle's Margles Cafe.
Great. Kale will eventually have to leave the owl. His vow, because he swore off stealing, he vowed never to hurt anyone ever again. So the lifestyle is just not really compatible. One day, as he's about to leave, he will go to Cyrus's room and knock on his door.
Kyle, just about time. I wanted to speak to you as well. And I usher him to my desk.
Captain, I know the past few missions I haven't really been here. I don't know, Captain. I think I gotta go. I think Naomi's found a life without Lady Blackbird, and I have to find my life without you.
That is perfectly understandable. In fact, I knew this day would come at some point. I've overheard your reluctance, and I tap on the overcom system.
Never managed to fix that.
Yes. Look, if what you want is to take a more peaceful, calm life, that is your choice. I have a gift for you. And I take out the timepiece, which I've been using for like navigating the astral field. And inside had the photo of my younger brother. And I remove the photo and I keep it with me. And as I remove it, you can see that the photo looks like you. I pass you the timepiece. You'll need to navigate your life someday. The reason why I don't usually like to go to the Remnant is because that was where that was the remnants of my home planet. That was Magnesium. I lost my family there, and it's cathartic to see that everyone's finding their path. I can't hold my history back by trying to mentor someone who looks like my brother who I've lost. I lost him because he was too scared to rebel. I was lucky enough to escape. He was not. And if you want to escape too, I don't want you to be held back.
Take the timepiece or the picture. Then I will take out my present, which is the shattered musket. Kale has found time to repair it. So the parts where it was repaired, it has been welded back with gold. So there's a very clear indication. He will point the musket at the wall and pull the trigger and doesn't fire.
Mm.
And he will give it to you and say, "This belonged to my first family member who I couldn't save from herself. And now, I guess you're my family." And I think I've managed to come to closure of that, and I fixed what I couldn't save before.
I fancy swirl the rifle away. I put it at the bed, and I put my hands around his shoulder and say, "I guess we both have lost family, and we're taking our path to recover from that. Godspeed."
Kel will then go back to Haven, and he will pay off his prison sentence with the obscene amount of money that Lady Blackbird paid him. He'll go back to engineering school, and he'll revolutionize like ships. He'll join and make like the best ships anyone's ever seen.
Nice.
Okay. Well, in Haven, there is a very large house. In that house is Naomi and Agatha. They're together, and they are basically running a rehab center for slaves, ex-slaves. And now and then she comes and she meets you guys at the Owl for missions when it comes to saving slaves from Nightport, etc. So she's also kind of like giving you guys work. Oh, by the way, I heard about this person needs to be saved, so she'll like come with you in those instances. So she and Agatha are now devoting the rest of their lives to ending slavery in I forgot the name of the entire like the blue, yes,
The wild blue.
The wild blue.
You're
The wild
John
blue.
Lawrence of the blue.
Yes, Naomi, and like in their house on the living room top of the mantle, there's a new photo of Naomi and Agatha, very big one, framed and kept. And actually, and there are many photos of like everyone in the Owl. So it's like group photos of people doing fun stuff,
Oh.
and it's all there on top of the mantelpiece where Naomi's finally found home.
And
Oh,
and in that same space, she and Agatha, Naomi's looking at the photos, and Agatha comes to cuddle and look and reminisce. And then out of nowhere, she feels a buzz in her wrist, and it's a message from Snargle that just says "kiss."
Okay. Lady
And this
Blackbird.
time, and this time Naomi like actually follows you.
Cyrus has already ordained the wedding as captain of the Owl, and now that the crew has come and gone, there are new crewmates. He manages to get Liam back in action, so Liam's now flying the Owl around for missions. They're pretty close friends, and they're going into even crazier adventures, especially now with the reputation that the Owl was the one that damaged Uriah Flint's fleet. And so with that notorious name, the Imperium has given less problems to Cyrus. They're now a bit more wary of him, and at the same time, it garners him more business. More people want him to smuggle more people, and he's just living a grand life, ferrying people to freedom around the wild blue.
And Liam never beat Snuggles' record.
Yeah, Liam
you never beat Snuggles'
Liam
record.
is just waiting for the opportunity to do a 4 360, and I tell people like, you do not need to do that. You are good in my eyes. It's okay. It's okay.
Never gonna make the 1,440 happen.
Okay, so this phone call scene. Lady Blackbird on the phone with Uriah. Uriah. Yes. I want to talk about the music for the owl. We're putting it bass boosted, so more bass. Also, you're getting a name. I'm not Lady Blackbird anymore. I'm Lady Black Eagle. So I would like that in the starting when I go like Lady Black Eagle. Yeah, put more trap in that. You know, the kids like that. Oh, and when I drop off money, like you know when I donate my money, I want a different song for that. Yeah, and a different song for Snargle too. Snargle wants his own song. Okay, yeah, you're doing great job. Yeah, your pay's coming in tomorrow. Yeah, alright. Thanks, Uriah.
And then
We got a team.
And then right at the end of that conversation, we cut to we're actually all sitting at Snargles Margles, and she was telling us that story of the conversation she had with Uriah Flint, and we're all laughing and having a good time. The table's full of food, and you can see the owl glistening in the back as we all kind of just laugh and have fun, and just good stuff is happening. And
Good stuff.
and then in a rare moment, we just kind of feel peace and contentment and just enjoying each other's company at Snargles Margles, coming to you soon at Goblandia.
And just outside, a statue of Lady Blackbird. With
Black Eagle.
riding on her.
Lady Black Eagle.
Lady Black Eagle, the new patron saint of Haven. Just bring that.
In all this euphoria and like happy moods, I take a sip of my bubble tea, and I put it down, and I breathe a heavy sigh, and guys, I don't know. I'm not sure this is the right time to break it out to you, but I actually have something which you guys might be able to help out. And I take out from my coat a file, and it's scribbled in a language, but it's red, and you can say that it's really top secret. And I put it in the middle of the table. I open it up, and as you guys flip through the documents, you realize this is a big gig.
Ooh.
And it caters to everyone's special abilities.
Oh, this calls
Like,
for
I-
youth theme song.
And I look around and I say, "So, how is everyone?"
And then we all give a creepy stare.
Yeah, we all creepy stare into the camera.
And the scene cuts to black. Nice. Wow.
Hey!
End scene.
Space for a sequel and see.
Wow, that was great. That was really, really great.
That was fun.
Yeah, so that was Lady Blackbird as hosted by the Improv Company.
Game mastered by Kevin Lowe.
Kevin Lowe.
Hi. I think this is it. This is the end. Thank you to everyone who's been watching us from season 1. We have learned a lot along the way, and hopefully, if we ever do this again, it will be better. And I had a lot of fun. I'm sure all my wonderful cast had a lot of fun as well. It's just really, really fun, right? Does anyone want to say anything? Any final words?
Nothing,
I've
just
got
thank you. This was
Naomi.
fun.
Thank you, Kevin.
Thank you,
Yes.
Kevin.
Thanks.
Thank you
guys,
so much,
for
Kevin, for hosting this amazing session. 5 Sundays worth of action, and drama, and romance, and mechanisms, all wild. It's just beautiful.
Most of it was the 5 of you. I was just
Yeah.
building on what y'all did, and that was great.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have to say that official Improv Company things now?
Oh, of
We're also
course.
close, yes.
Yes, as you guys might have figured while watching this video, whether live or the recordings on YouTube, you might have figured that we have no idea where this story is going and we're creating it on the fly. So it's called improvisational theater. If you think these guys are so in improv, I can do better. Well, you can try it out because according to the Straits Times, we offer classes which are worth your time in phase 2 of Singapore. In fact, it's featured in number 11. That's Daniel
Wow.
from the company players featuring
Wow.
there.
Yay.
So if you want to join, if you want to have a taste of what improv is about, you can join our taster sessions, which happen 2 to 3 times every month. Everything can be found in our website, improv.sg. We'll be more than happy to bring you on board this wondrous world of spontaneous storytelling.
All right. Thank you guys.
Thank you all so much for
Thanks.
watching. We'll see you once again in the Wild Blue. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.